What torture did you just subject me to? What was that?
Old intro, that is.
See,
It's been a while.
we need a dance video from you, Matt, and still from Jade. You know, because I mean, Jade's definitely a regular now. You've been on here quite often, so get your dance moves on.
Well, I was gonna throw this out there. I'm gonna reiterate this a little bit later too. I want to put it together a big dance video. So anybody that wants to be in the dance video intro, send me a video to the Hereticals email at Hereticals6pack at gmail.com. All one word, lower cases. 6 is the thing. The email's in the description. Send it to me. We'll get them all put together. Anybody that wants in on the dancing video, it doesn't matter who you are, as long as it's appropriate. There's
What
no
was wrong with my dance video?
nothing. You didn't show anything naked, so we were good.
Although I know that you said you were waiting for it to happen.
I could have swore, I'm like, because mind you, Ed, I pulled Ed's off his videos. Chris sent me one. His was just about a minute long, minute and a half long. Mine, I edited down from about a minute. Jen's was 3 fucking minutes long.
The entire song. Which was Barbie Girl, by the way.
Yeah. $5 from Digital Demonic Davros. I will dance for you, Jay, but need to pick the doof doof. What the hell's a doof doof?
The music.
Okay.
You know, like...
No. You just send me the dance. I will edit it and put music to it like I did with this last one. So... Nerdy says next week... Nerdy says next week I expect laser eyes to have been added. I can do that. I just got to figure out how that one fucking hit film works.
I'm just not sure whether he might have been referring to my background though.
Read it with laser eyes.
Yeah, it's cool. Yep. Yeah. It was because he said Matt wins the background competition. And Raven says, yeah, we need a Matt video, dance video.
I don't think a lot of people actually want to see that. I cannot do anything that involves body
Did
coordination.
you watch us?
Did you watch me?
Yeah, I did. My brain is still recovering, so I guess mine can't be that much worse.
And Nerdy says, why not both?
You're just
Fair.
not allowed. You're just not allowed to steal the fist of God. That belongs to me.
You can do the rub the nipples though.
You know, the fist of God just sounds like a really bad porn film.
Dance in your underwear if you want to.
Well, I mean, nobody ever knows if I'm wearing anything below my shirt because you never see below there on a stream. So
Nobody wears pants. What's wrong with you? I don't know how many times we've seen Ed's freaking pajama pants. There you go.
I'm only wearing
They were his
pajama
normal
pants as
I
well.
thought he went to work in them.
Oh man, what a week!
Yeah, I
What's
It
agree.
went
happened
by
for you?
quick. This week went by quick.
Well, we're in lockdown. I haven't left the house, so it feels like it is
I have.
2 hours since I was last on a pre-show.
I spent 2 days
Me-
away.
Me and Raven were yesterday. We're like, tomorrow's Friday. What the hell? I got 2 tattoos to do on Sunday. We got a barbecue on Monday. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Ugh. Hip film 2-point lightsaber makes a great laser. Ooh, I'll have to check that out. I've got hip film with some packs. It's what I spent my early Patreon money on for my other channel. I just haven't really been able to get into it much. I haven't really been doing any editing stuff, but I will get to that. The Fist of God is the only thing able to handle the BBC.
Which is why Ed has to visit Jay occasionally.
$2.99 from Hereticals. For the Fist of God, the BBC. We used to be so serious.
Get them. Shut up.
Yeah, Raven. We're doing Willows also.
Sorry, I'm just working on something in the background. Hopefully, it'll be done soon.
Native Atheist, it's the pre-show.
Yeah,
It's
the pre-show.
Anywhere from 1 to 12 on the pre-show. So.
Yeah.
Also, I need to keep Nerdy happy in the meantime, so give me a second. I'll put up a different video for him.
Raven, when were you serious?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
come on,
like I know I haven't been here that long, but I don't think I would have missed something that big.
$2. $2 from Davros. I always feel like there's someone watching me.
I mean, we gotta be honest about this. I mean, we started streaming long before Six Pack, and I don't think we were serious then, Jay.
Nerdy wants to know when's the pre-show. That is gonna have to be somebody else's bag if they want to do that.
Does that keep Nerdy happy?
No laser sharks.
That's just the thumbnail of my video. I am quickly trying to do something in the background for this while we're on there, but I've never been good with like graphical art. I can do. Give me a pen and paper, I'm okay. But where did it go?
I always feel like somebody's watching me.
Okay.
Oh man!
Just to give everybody a little update, Amber is still not home. We're waiting to hear something from somebody to let me know if I can go pick her up and bring her home or not. We don't know. We're just waiting.
But she's otherwise doing all right, Ed?
Yeah, she's just kind of upset because we've done all these meetings and she's done everything they've wanted her to do, and they said she'd be home by the end of this week, and now they're saying it should be next week, and it's like, well, why? Like, if there's something going on, tell us. If you're worried about her, tell us. Don't just say, oh, we're going to make it this day instead without a reason.
You don't always get good information out of medical professionals.
Yeah.
No.
Laser shark. Do.
That's what I was saying before. We should do a version
And right in time. Come on, load, you silly thing. Come on. Ah, why is it always slow when I need it not to be? There we go. Fixed it
There
up
we
and
go.
ready.
And for Davros, I'm just an average man in an average house with an average job.
I don't get the reference.
That's because you're a baby. Shut up.
Yeah, you're a baby.
So you need to find someone younger than me so I'm not the baby anymore.
Okay, who was the actor who said that?
Said what?
Who was it who said that?
Said what?
Oh, never mind.
The average man in an average house? It's a song. Come on, Jen.
Okay,
Ed, you wanna tell her?
I've heard it, so I know it, but I don't remember the name of the song.
Ed, you want to tell her?
Yeah, you're gonna have to tell me.
No, because I'm no good at remembering artists or albums. Like,
Good, 'cause
seriously,
that-
I'm not.
That's
I'm with
that's the problem I'm having too. I'm like, fuck. I think it was the Cars, but then I'm not. I'm like, maybe it wasn't
Well,
the
that probably
Cars.
explains why I don't remember who it was. So hang on, let's.
What's no?
No, that's still Rockwell.
Walsh.
That's never mind. That's still Rockwell. That's somebody's watching me.
Yeah,
Yeah, my brain went.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, listen, if it's not Godsmack, don't ask me.
Although earlier, I swear I thought Ed was just going to leave it at remember, being like, I'm not very good at remembering.
Yes,
Well,
yes.
that
Shame
too.
on me. Shame on me.
It's a shame Raven was here to witness that because she'll never let you live it down.
Well,
Native
no.
Atheist said Rage had a 7-hour stream, most of which was a dumpster fire.
I remember that.
What was that about?
Was that the one from yesterday, or was that a different one? Because I know yesterday he had Oz and somebody else on. The preacher.
Did he have a
Oh,
real
wow.
long one yesterday?
I don't know.
Never mind.
He's had a couple of pretty long streams that just turned into absolute shit shows.
None of them compared to the BBC.
No, yesterday's the conversation with the preacher, Oz, and Rage was 7 hours and 36 seconds.
Oh, wow.
What was this about?
Mad science,
The description says, "Hey, you sinners and saints! Tonight, I finally have a conversation with the preacher. This is sure to be a good one. As a special edition, Oz from Tang joins us for the conversation."
Okay.
Have you got some really good things for us later, Jay?
I got some funny ones and I got some what the fucks. So yeah.
Did you see the really funny one? What the fuck funny one today?
Oh, fucking which one?
Yeah.
Now I've just got the duck in my head again. Oh,
There's so many.
Oh,
duck
come on,
ones.
no ducks.
hey,
Quack,
it's
quack,
not my fault.
motherfucker.
I was the one who brought it up.
I know.
I blame Claire because she's not here.
Come on, Jay, just duck it.
You just duck.
Okay.
Although I'm wondering how long it takes before Jen gets this show demonetized completely.
Well,
Ooh.
good news is
If I can find it.
Amber's not here, so I'm fucking bored out of my mind. Can't hardly sleep, so I just been tearing apart all kinds of fucking scrap stuff, and I made a couple $100 this week.
Oh, nice. What'd you tear apart?
A couple of washers, a dryer, some electronics, all kinds of stuff.
So smashing things up and getting money for it.
Oh yeah, love it.
Not to mention maybe some of your critics that you've torn up in a grumpy rage or two.
I haven't actually done anything this week on my channel. I didn't do any grants or anything. I don't know, I did go back and forth with some asshat on Twitter, but like, how
Sorry
hard,
about that, Grumpy.
how hard is it for people to understand words? Like, really, you're claiming to be my age, so you're 50 or thereabouts, and you still don't have any reading comprehension skills.
Have you met humans?
Unfortunately, yes. And
Have you met Americans?
I
Speaking
didn't
of-
quite want to make that comment.
I need to jump in. I need to say this before I forget again. Big shout out to everyone that got hit by Ida this weekend or this week, from New Orleans all the way up to New York City. If you were in that area, my hat's off to you. Hope everything goes for you guys okay. I know most Louisiana is fucked. New York City, I've seen some videos of just, the massive flooding in the streets in New York City. I-76 in Pennsylvania is completely shut down. It's still flooded almost all the way up to the top of the bridges. So if anybody that happens to be watching this now or in the future, if you guys are in that situation, my hat's off to you. Hope everything goes okay for you, and stay safe. Because, yeah, she beat the shit out of the U.S. this week.
yeah,
And there's another tropical storm that's been named. I don't know what the name of it is. I think that one's just off the East Coast, somewhere right around like North Carolina or some shit like that. Getting ready to hit the U.S. again. So, everybody, if you're in those areas, stay safe. Don't be stupid. If they tell you to get out, get the fuck out. Don't be stubborn. Just leave. Your stuff is not worth your life. Everything can be replaced. You cannot be. So,
Yeah, and speaking of replacing things, hey,
Oh, fuck
Amazon, why don't you replace the fucking cars that you got flooded in your fucking warehouse because you forced your workers to come in during a fucking storm?
yeah, good luck on that one.
Wow.
Scumbags.
We all know what the people in charge of Amazon are like. Although I can't get off overseeing that rocket as
Big
a
giant
metaphor
dildo.
for the people in charge. Somebody, like, I think it was a serious tweet, and I retweeted it like twice. It was somebody had made a model of that rocket and was selling it. And they're like, here's the Blue Origins one. It took me a good 5 minutes to figure out that I was looking at a toy rocket and not
I know.
a toy something else.
It's the first thing I see when I seen that. I'm like, oh my god, they did it. No, that's an actual toy.
Yeah, I was just like, I didn't think you were allowed to sell sex toys over Twitter, but turns out, as long as you brand them as something else. I mean, what's it? It was another case like that where it was a Harry Potter toy that they made. It was a little broomstick that you're meant to put between your legs and ride around. When you put it between your legs, it would vibrate. And they found out that they were selling a lot of them to slightly older women than they thought they were going to be. Because they were miniature. They weren't like full size. They were apparently appropriate for something else. They hit an entirely different demographic, and it was sold in regular shops. I wish I could remember the name of it. But yeah,
That's Jen. She's probably got 3 of them. And there's Jen. Going, huh?
All right, I'm just looking for this thing.
I'm now worried about what we're all going to get sent in a moment.
Yeah, I don't know. Jen looks awful serious, whatever she's doing.
All right, I'm looking for something.
Why am I worried?
I can. That might be it.
So I watched a movie last night that I haven't seen in a long time, or I hadn't seen it all, and it'd been out for quite a while, which surprised me. Anybody seen The Voices with Ryan Reynolds?
No.
Oh, that movie is one of those where you're just going. He plays a serial killer.
Yeah, all right.
That talks to animals.
Yeah.
Amber and I did watch that. Yeah.
$2 from Davros. Why don't witches wear underwear?
It's going to give us the answer. I don't know. Why don't witches wear underwear?
Gets in the way of the broom.
It's going to be one of those.
Yeah, it's going to.
Although, actually, there is
grip.
For grip.
Bad, Davros.
Thanks, Davros. Although there is actually a historic note on that. The reason why the current depiction of witches often have them riding broomsticks was back in the day of kind of the original Salem witch trials. A lot of it was caused by this fungus that sent you mad. It was getting on the wheat crop. But you could also, I don't know if it was that fungus or a similar one at the time, could also be used as like a hallucinogenic or a narcotic. And it had a particularly high absorption rate through a certain part of the female anatomy. So it would often be applied to broomsticks and then absorbed into the body appropriately that way, which is actually, I think, where the original depiction of witches riding brooms comes from. So there's one for everybody to think about on that note. So, yeah.
Let's say hi.
Davros.
Well,
may
well,
not have-
Davros, it's a little early, but you're in the running for the fucked up thing of the day.
Although
Nerdy Rodent says comes back with recrop like ergot of rye.
It was a fungus that infected it. I
There's a
can't
fungus
remember exactly. I
among
have
us.
to check it. But there was and it was also sending a lot of people mad, which is why they thought they were witches. But there was something on the wheat crop there, and I'm wondering if it was that one. But I know it was because there was a drug that they were using the broom handles to administer.
Brilliant's like, ooh, there's a competition every week, man. Every week.
But I thought between all of us and the complete morons out there on Twitter and dumbass tweets of the week, I'm sure that's a very difficult competition to win. I'm guessing you have some good ones lined up for the actual 6-pack later.
Oh, I've got a couple of them. I said there's some funny ones and there's some fucked up ones, and then there's some what the fuck are you doing ones.
Well, I will definitely be around to watch that.
Or still here with us.
All right, calm down.
So does it have to be tasteful, or I would get banned for one of mine? Let's just be careful. Leave it at that.
But leave the distasteful stuff to me.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've got experience.
Nerdy's like, I have faith, the ultimate faith in Davros.
Although to take what Jay said earlier, you got to be careful because there's a baby around. Nope.
You're not that
Okay.
young.
Oh.
Although I'm surprised Ed's not drinking coffee out of a different mug.
Why would I have a different mug?
When he's got Dawkins.
Yeah.
You
Ed
could
likes
just put it in
Dawkins
front
in
of your
his mug.
face and talk, and we'll all think it's the real deal.
Make sure to leave a thumbs down.
I wonder. Well, we've got
nothing quite
how
like
many-
a good thumbing from. Oh wow! I just found something you have to see.
Now I am even
Jeez.
more worried than I was a while ago.
No shit. Oh. Oh, I don't know.
Should I be worried?
$2 for Virillion. What's the difference between Kyle and Ida?
Do we want to know?
I like Nerdy's too soon. Oh,
Okay.
what's Jen got? Oh, that ain't right.
What the fuck was that? What the fuck?
I
Who designed that? The kid's slide. Who designed that?
somebody who wasn't thinking, or someone who was just like, let's see how far we can push it before somebody tells me off.
Yeah.
Probably
Wow.
it was just the architect having a joke and was like, "This,
Oh,
I just want to have a
97
laugh."
times that's the case.
And then when they accept it, it's like, did they not see?
Fuck.
So, like, what was it?
Virillion put the response in the chat. I'm not going to repeat that one because that's fucked up. So if you want to see it, check out the live chat.
That is way too soon.
Oh man, no BK in prison.
Ooh.
Oh man.
Yeah, I haven't not seen that video, and I don't want to.
No.
Yeah, I
It's-
wish I hadn't started watching it. It was
Oh,
very
I'm
triggering.
telling you, why did I click on that?
That's one thing though, because I'm locked in my house. Not much I can do. I can just listen to the world go past and watch what little of it I can from this point in the universe. But I just sometimes feel like it's like, is humanity this just disgusting most of the time?
Yes.
Because there are some moments that make me happy, and it's like, yes, go people. And then the rest of the time, I'm just like, no,
Yeah,
why?
you've got to wonder about some people.
Verley can put hashtag I'm banned. Sorry, guys. No BK in prison. You're not banned, but oh, that's a little rough. Oh.
Well, I guess it's now going to be a very tight competition between Davros and Verulian to top that
If I
comment.
typed what I thought of typing in our chat earlier today, you would have actually given the award to me. It was something about Silverman and the fact that he needed a pull bait.
God, what a freaking tool.
We've already been told we're not going to be discussing Silverman tonight.
We're not
so
going
let's
to be
not.
discussing that, but yeah.
Okay, to change the topic slightly, but keeping it to dumb things I've said. I think Jen will definitely get this, and I'm wondering if anyone else will.
Okay.
I'm hoping Jen will get it. But I was in my chemistry lab in honors once, and I needed isopropyl alcohol just for cleaning.
Okay.
So we have big, like 4 or 5 liter drums of this stuff stored in flammable cabinets, and they're thick ass doors. Like, because there's a fire, you don't want it exploding because this thing is full of multiple of these jars of flammable stuff. And so you got to go when you need to top like a small jar. You got to wrench the doors open. They're on springs, so they want to slam back into you. And I'm just climbing and go like, where is it? And I've asked my postdoc, it's like, do you know where the IPA, the isopropyl alcohol is? And he's like, yeah, it's in the cupboard. And I go through, and I'm just like, it's not here. And then I saw, it's like, I can see the 2-propanol, but I can't see the IPA. And for anyone who's not familiar, the 2 in 2-propanol refers to where the alcohol is. And that's the position that gives isopropyl its name. So I just seen a different name and forgot what I was looking at, which for a chemist is a dumbass mistake to make. It's like not realizing that
you shit for that.
Yes, fortunately I corrected myself before my postdoc could respond. He just looked at me dumbfounded, and I realized as soon as he looked back, I was like, I am a moron. Wait a minute. I pick up the bottle. I'm like, it was in front of me the whole time.
What did one butt cheek say to the other? We can't stop this shit.
The actual like butt crack, the medical name is intergluteal cleft, which I just find is amusing in some way.
Intergluteal cleft. Well, it makes sense.
Yes. Some people are like the orifice in the middle of an intergluteal cleft.
Plumbers
Seems to be a few of them around.
cleft.
Yes, or what was the other one? I like this one from Creaky's channel of all things. Is it? I cannot pronounce it properly. Glochidia. It's the spikes on a cactus. So if you call someone that, you're actually calling them a prick.
Oh,
Just
that is
the scientific name for a prick, which is.
It's frustrating. I cannot find this thing. I was reading it earlier, and I go, "What the fuck?" And I was going to send it to you, Jay, but I got sidetracked with all the stuff I had to do, and now I cannot find it. Oh well, it doesn't matter. You might have seen.
Jen's just thinking of ducks.
I am not thinking ducks. This is not a duck thing. It's a purity culture thing.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, well, that duck the other day then is certainly not the right thing for that.
Yeah, that duck's not into purity culture
Yes.
at all. That duck's a little slut. Why are we talking about ducks again?
Don't know, because thanks to you and Claire, that's all that's been in my head for a couple of days.
Ugh.
I blame Claire. She's not here.
We've got. So, is there anything special lined up for this show, Jay?
No.
As in, like
This is
the main
just
show,
everyone
not the
No.
pre-show.
No, Chris just kind of wanted to have a long, kind of open hangout type of thing.
Oh, okay. So wait, so you're having a proper 6-pack then?
Oh, yeah, but
like you'll switch over at the usual time.
Well,
Same show. We're just going to keep going.
it's just going to keep going. There's going to be no half-hour break.
Oh, okay. So does that mean I get? Huh. Okay.
Well,
That's a
we're
bit
not
different,
stopping the
but
pre-show. About 8 o'clock, Chris will be in, and then we'll just keep running from there.
Yeah.
I keep getting confused because here it's not like you just said 8 o'clock, and I'm just like, it's not 8 o'clock.
Well,
Oh, wait a
for
minute.
8 o'clock for
Yeah.
normal people.
Yeah. I
Yes,
forgot for a moment the time zones existed.
Yeah.
I really am not doing myself any favors this evening.
Yes, I did like the screenshot, Davros. It's fucked up. I'm like,
Is this something that I?
no, it's on Twitter. He just screenshotted the Varillion joke.
Typo. I can't type, obviously.
Yeah, well, I've tried to do my best to flood my Twitter feed with lots of science things, so it's not just people having a go at each other the whole time.
I wish.
Those special people with group access, check Twitter. Jeez, I just told Davros he was special. I think I should rephrase that.
Meg is paid overtime for this show. Pity his hourly rate is 0 from hereticals.
Yep. Well, I'm on. One of my friends tried to make me feel better a while ago about my PhD salary, being like, "Don't worry, it's comparable to minimum wage." Yeah, if nobody becomes rich by becoming a scientist. Anybody who tries to tell you the scientists are just after money, maybe for grants for their research, but you certainly won't become rich as a scientist. If you want lots of money, go become a banker.
Or a preacher.
I was thinking of proper jobs.
Davros!
Hey, Davros.
Oh wow, I'm probably. Hey, Davros is here.
Time for a murder.
Yes, I imagine you're going to try and top Virillion's comment from earlier.
No, I have a flock of crows.
A murder.
There you go.
Oh, that took me a bit longer to get than it should have.
So
Hey,
first
Lizzie.
I stump him. First I stump him with music. Now I stump him with a flock of birds.
I should change my. Let's see if I can find the actual picture for my. This is. I want to find my Zoom background because I do actually like my birds.
That was a good movie though, Davros. Murder of Crows.
Oh yeah,
there
yeah,
it is.
and the birds. That was a good movie too. Terrible pretend CGI in the birds, but yeah.
Oh, not as bad as Birdemic.
Yeah, I remember that. Oh my god. I'm sorry. But
We showed that on one of our shows, and I got a copyright claim for showing that
The
little clip
Birdemic.
for
You did,
Birdemic.
didn't you?
I went, you know what? I'm not even gonna. I can fight this one. You can have it. That movie was so bad. If I ever get money for this fucking video, you can fucking have it.
Oh wow. Who's squeaking?
Nerdy, probably. Although, I mean, I did get a nickname in high school after one of my pet mice. One of my pet mice in year 6.
Stop.
Turns out the teacher who started that nickname was a pedophile, or turned out to be, though for very old offenses. So that was something that people also didn't seem to remember either. So the nickname has stuck all throughout high school.
Ooh, okay, this is actually worse than the thing I found. I'm going to send it to Jay, and he's going to go, oh, what the fuck, when he reads it.
Well, first off, I'm just, for those of you that don't know, I'm going to show you this little picture here.
Uh-oh.
This is just a screenshot from the trailer for Birdemic.
Pandemic. I love it.
Hey, Virillion's question. The U.S. federal minimum wage is still $7.25 an hour, I believe, but
Wow.
it varies from state to state. Some states actually have a higher minimum wage for their state. They don't follow the federal minimum wage. And some states still just have $7.25 an hour, like here in Pennsylvania.
Technically, our minimum wage is equivalent to about $13 US.
What?
Yeah, it's around $16 to $17 an hour as minimum
Oh,
wage for an adult.
Sorry, I wasn't talking about you, Deborah. I was just looking at this fucking shit Jen just sent me.
Don't
Well, that
never,
tells us how
never.
long it takes for
This is a
picture to be sent over
legitimate
Twitter.
Baptist thread from people who are part of this Baptist community. It is not a joke. And the what they're talking about, like, what the fuck?
Well, Jen,
Did
you
the rest
have
of us-
heard.
Did the rest of us get to have our brains melted? Or,
Yes, because this is some messed up shit.
This is messed up
okay.
shit. We can see this as a first discussion thing because this is fucking messed up. This is child abuse.
Yeah. Well,
It's going to be hard for you guys to read because I can't really scroll. I can only enlarge it so much before you lose what's going on. But okay, the topic is caught my son masturbating. What should I do?
oh God.
Nothing.
Public confession is good for the soul. So too is being compelled to wear one's underwear on the outside of one's pants so the community can make sure sad little boy doesn't have a wandering hand.
What?
Yeah.
This is the one
That's
that
the
pisses me off.
nicest one.
I sometimes find myself using extreme measures to make sure my children won't sin again. I feel tying hands behind backs and public confessions are only temporary solutions, and that if you really want to teach your son a lesson, cut one of their hands off.
I hope that's a joke.
That's got to be somebody trolling. Please tell me that's
Although,
I
no, there
believe
is
it's
the
a troll,
line in
but
there
this
that
is a
some
legitimate-
people
There is a legit.
seem to take literally. If your hand causes it, if your hand causes you to
Yeah.
sin, cut it off.
Yeah.
This is from the Landover Baptist Church, guaranteeing salvation since 1620.
It looks like this
How?
website was made at the same time as the Heaven's Gate one.
Wait, hang on. Since 1620. When when did the people land at Plymouth Rock?
1492. I don't know. That's when Columbus found the Bahamas or whatever. I don't know. I'd have to Google that. I'm too tired to.
Yeah, I'm done with that.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah, but if you,
Oh man.
It is fucked up.
I didn't know Baptists were around 400 years ago.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. This is a legit Baptist church thing. It's legit. I'm not saying that there aren't people in there who are deliberately trolling, but wow, it's messed up. It is. I'm not going to look for the thing I was looking for again now.
Jen, you sound a little low.
The Baptist Church was started in 1609 in Amsterdam.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, because there's no way, because it sounds like that's a real southern way of acting. I don't think there was that many Baptist churches
There might not have been.
even
because that particular
even
church
prior
was
to
being
the civil
started.
even prior to the Civil War.
It's still messed up though.
Yeah. Americans, seriously. The fuck?
Listen, it's too late. Like it's just too late.
Save yourself, Australia.
Han says that's a parody site.
Is it?
I
fucking
Yeah.
hope it is.
I
after seeing
fucking
that.
yeah, I hope so.
I hope so because it's fucking dreadful.
Some of the language lower down that I spotted didn't seem like what conservative Christians would use, or not the sort of language they normally use.
There is no such thing as a conservative Christian anymore. You do realize this.
Well, there's definitely some more liberal ones. I've definitely met quite a lot who are much more open with this stuff.
Okay,
and who are
here's
generally
right. It is considered a parody, but still, I think that parody is incredibly bad taste.
yeah.
Jen, we keep getting people. I know Ed said it too, but your mic's a little low.
Yeah, weird. Okay, I'll see if I can fix it.
Raven says Southern Baptist is a bit of a stereotype
Yeah.
because we do have Baptist church up in the north too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're Canadian, aren't they?
Over there in Kentucky.
Oh yeah, we got a couple over here in Pennsylvania.
Did speaking of Pennsylvania, did you get a bunch of rain, Ed?
We got a shit ton of rain.
You guys flood over there?
So certain spots, yeah.
I'd figure with you down in that valley, you guys would have got fucked.
No, it really didn't rain that well. I mean, it did rain really hard the one day right where I'm at, but it was more, I don't know, southeast of here, I guess.
That little canal flooded all?
No, it didn't come over the sides, but it was up pretty high.
You got pretty high.
If you come over the sides, Ed, it just means it's been a long while since you last come.
Do you know how messed up?
Raven, that's about true. Just about every wrong one. Just about every town in the U.S. has a Baptist and a Catholic church.
Yeah.
What percentage of the US is Catholic? Roughly, anyone know?
Not sure. I don't know. I know
it depends.
It's
Do you blend that with Christian?
No,
just strictly
no,
Catholic.
because I'm thinking of just categories. I'm just curious for numbers because I know here it's still. Well, I haven't seen the data from our recent census, and I don't think it's all out yet. But at our last census, it was our largest group, but we've got we're very different demographic. But our second largest group was none of the above. So I'm very curious.
We just completed the census for this year.
Yes. So I'm curious to see what the numbers for that one are, even if it's just out of curiosity.
They'll be out in October, I think they said. So, and the Bureau of Statistics will be throwing out the report anyway. So,
according to the 2016 census, there were 70,412,021 registered Catholics.
A bit less than the evangelical.
In the U.S.
That's like 20%. That's like 20% of your population.
I know that's dropped though. That's going down since then, I think, though.
Don't imagine it would have dropped hugely, but I think the way it's going, though, those numbers do drop.
No, it did. They lost a lot of people in the past couple of years.
Here's the chart from the 2020 census. There you go.
You've got our background.
Yeah, I can't see all that.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Yeah, the way they've broken it down, though, unaffiliated is the biggest group.
23, yeah, unaffiliated.
Yeah.
But it's always a bit misleading because it's not a unified group. It's just none of the above, really. So it's hard to see what percentage of that actually is. Other things like here, our census was really weird the way they did the questions.
Yeah.
Like they had, was it atheist and non-religious as separate answers. I'm just like...
Yeah, I thought that was really odd too. But there are people that call themselves non-religious who are still spiritual, so I do kind of get that.
Yeah, like me, I kind of have my own spiritual beliefs, but I'm not religious.
He worships his coffee.
That's right.
Well, there you go. There's the
of God.
Here's the age differential for each one of them.
Yeah, you can see that trend at the top, the unaffiliated, but I think that's a global trend at the moment.
What's up, girly?
Good morning.
Morning. What are we looking at here? Why does it say white Catholic and white mainline Protestant? And
Well, because we also have Black Protestant, Hispanic Protestant, Hispanic Catholic.
I see.
That's making the numbers a bit harder to spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that also bows down to sort of European Catholicism and that compared to what was brought to South America and then brought up into the US.
Yeah.
That's why it's because it may be that, especially with the Hispanics, they may have got it while they were in Mexico or Brazil or somewhere like that, and then when they immigrated to the US, became US Catholics. So it was still a segregation. It's weird.
Yeah, I don't know. Hispanic Catholics probably aren't Roman Catholic.
Well, I wasn't
depends.
Roman
They've still
Catholic.
got a lot of ties with the Catholic Church. It depends where you go, and a lot of the churches that in some way are linked.
Here's an interesting one. Let me bring this back up. I'll just scroll down a little bit here. Here's the educational difference with religions type from high school or less to postgraduate. Walking down here. It's weird because the postgraduates has got the highest number for Hindus.
I'm not actually too surprised by that because I know that kind of heritage, particularly from India, do have a place of very strong value on higher education.
And on the opposite of that one, though, is the Hispanic Catholics are 65% high school or less.
I guess,
Actually,
given the history of America, that's not too surprising. I'm not sure they were. It is very low. I wouldn't have thought that the differences there would have been that big.
Virillion. Hooray for the colorblind.
Yeah, this is
Actually,
they haven't chosen their colors very well.
No, these are definitely some.
I heard something really interesting today, and because I was watching Russell Brand debating with Candace Owens, and she was spouting off her statistics as she does, and he turns around to her and he goes, "Don't look at me with that fat face." I thought that was the best line ever.
What were they debating?
So it was about how the rich apparently pay 85% of the world's tax, right? Which
fuck you.
Yeah, that's what I actually wrote a comment in the little snippet he put out on YouTube. I wrote, in Australia, the average wage tax is around 30%, plus we pay 10% tax on goods and services. Therefore, we're paying 30% tax and then another 10% tax on everything else. So how is the rich paying the 85% if you look at that little demographic?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There's here's the Australian.
So there are more people who declared no religion than declared themselves Catholic, but Christianity overall was more in 2016. But that will probably change come the next one. There'll probably be even more people saying non-religious of one form or the other.
Well, that's the global trend for developed countries anyway, is towards that, which is why I was curious to see how those demographics change. And also whether coronavirus would have made an impact more than we would have expected. That would be an interesting one to see what people's beliefs and basic ideals, not just religious, but political as well, whether that's changed a lot over the course of the last couple of years. Yes. Got Jade here is a great example.
Jen, you're still sharing.
I'm thinking it might.
You're still sharing.
I'm still sharing. Sorry.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking it might be a good kind of example where it'll push them to one side a lot more. You won't have people sitting in the middle. Like if you're somewhat conservative, it's going to push you more towards the anti-mask, anti-vax side. I don't know, because Australia's demographics are very different to the US. Like we do have because we're in pretty strict lockdowns at the moment. I'm not allowed to go for a walk that's beyond 5 kilometers of my house, for example, or the government LGA, but our LGA is huge, which is just our local area. It's like a council area.
Yeah.
And we've had a few protests, but for the most part, people are just like, come on, just give me the vaccine. I want to get back to work. And now that some workplaces are actually bringing in, because the government did set a precedent with some of its, with healthcare, and now that they've done that, a lot of the companies that I'm hearing about are actually bringing in early versions of vaccine rules that will probably get ramped to more strict versions once more people are vaccinated, because we're very far behind with our vaccination rates.
I will
I'm
be right back.
vaccinated.
Hang on. I will be right back. I gotta go do something. Jade, you're in charge.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus Christ! There goes the neighborhood.
Don't throw
Quick,
punch,
whilst he's
punch
away,
me,
let's talk
please.
about him.
Yeah. Well, actually, just a quick one. If we're the third planet from the sun, doesn't that make all our countries third world countries?
Oh God.
But I'm done.
Come on, rebut it. Come on.
Oh my.
Just smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave. And I haven't asked yet. How are you going, Jade?
I'm doing very well. I'm a little tired this morning, but otherwise very well. Is everyone?
Yeah, good.
Yeah, tired here too. Hanging in there.
Yeah.
Though.
Well,
Trying.
Trying to cope with lockdown.
yeah, I
Might go for a
bet.
hike tomorrow.
We don't have any lockdowns where I live. We don't take COVID seriously at all, anyone around me. In fact, we actually had, because our governor won't enforce anything for COVID, we've had a couple school districts put their own mask mandates in place. And every school that has done that so far has had protests every day since, with parents and students not going to class and protesting the mask
Why
mandate.
are people so stupid?
Oh, yeah. That actually reminds me. There was a case around here. I mean, a protest is just stupid. I don't know, Jen, or Davros, did you hear about the guy in New South Wales who was confirmed positive for COVID and went on the run? Because they wanted to actually get him in to quarantine him so he couldn't spread it like they're trying to do with everyone in our state, because they want to try and keep this under control, or at least as much as they're doing. No, this guy was a confirmed positive case and went on run from the police. He was up for a huge amount of fines because he's breached pretty much all of our COVID rules. He was just going back and forth. And
was it Indrapilli, wasn't it? Or somewhere like that?
It might have been, I don't remember the name, but unfortunately his father has now died of COVID. Which is
why are people it just
and
Jen,
same thing happened.
You've met people, right?
I have met people. Unfortunately, I've definitely met people. The more people like that I meet, the more I'd be really happy to not be considered part of the human race.
Come on, a few of us watched Steve McRae's stream this morning. That was disturbing.
Oh.
But not just that someone could go that low, but these people. I heard about something that happened in the US. A school got a fine because the kids running track, so they were doing laps of the oval, got a fine for not wearing masks while running.
Yeah.
In the United States.
And you got people protesting.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
sounds like they're just trying to
just look at what's happening in Texas at the moment, just to see how crazy people are.
So, we might get into that a little later, Jen.
Oh, we actually going to talk about that
maybe
later,
I don't know. I'm not exactly sure, but yeah, that is a little messed up situation there.
Yeah.
So this is normally the time where we cut the pre-show, kick back for a half hour, and then start the real show. But this week we're not. We're just going to keep running through. So Chris should join us in about a half hour. There is a link in the canceled Friends of Six Pack. For those that want, if you want in, there.
Hashtag cancelled.
Yeah. If we get too many people, we will start rotating out on times. But I mean, the offer's out there for anybody that wants to join us this morning. I'd not
As long
exactly.
as we know you. If you're a random, we probably won't send you a link.
Probably not.
Unless you've been cancelled.
Yeah, you got to be canceled.
If you're one of the very special cancelled few, you probably won't get kicked off. But we might reserve that for Davros. You see.
Like this.
Well, I'll be dropping out at some point here to make a fresh pot of coffee.
Make a pot of coffee.
Make a pot of coffee.
Coffee.
There we go.
Jay's playing
Americans on the
rotations.
top and Australians on the bottom. Northern and southern
go.
hemisphere.
I was wondering what you were doing.
Yep, it's the northern and
Nothing
southern
wrong with
hemisphere.
being on the. There's nothing wrong with
Those
being on the bottom.
those up top and those down below.
Hang on, this is not the 1972 blue marble photo. I'm sorry. We're supposed to be on top.
I don't mind being.
I
on
don't
the
mind.
bottom, It's
Top
fine.
bottom. Ooh,
Yeah, but the thing
also-
is, I'm underneath Jay. I don't like it down here. It's a bit moist.
What? Are you a bit scared of that big BBC? Are you?
Well, you should have kept your mouth shut, Davros. Now you're under me. I've been to prison.
Yeah,
Just saying.
yeah, but at least you've got. At least you've got pants. At least I know you've got pants on.
Yes, but Davros, have you not heard about what Ed does to prove gravity to people?
Yeah, he has his hair from his head pulled through his asshole.
That's right. And now it's tickling the top of your head.
That's right. I
Oh.
can't feel it through my full head of hair.
If this show makes it through it and is still monetized in any form at the other side
No,
of the station,
the moment polymathic
You
turned up, it
guys
went
really need to
yellow.
stop talking about that because I now have a vision of Ed teabagging Davros, and I really didn't want that.
why did you then put
Mind
that
you-
vision in everyone else's head?
Thanks, Jen.
Let's just change that to the human centipede.
Oh,
Man. Let's
Worse
not.
is,
I'm
I'm wearing
kind of hoping Jay doesn't actually know what we're talking about.
I do, unfortunately.
I'm sorry.
actually, just so you know, and I will not post it. I actually refaced Quantum Eraser onto the Doctor from the Human Centipede
Why does that not surprise me?
because I'm wearing a T-shirt that says "Shit Lord."
Wait, which one's Quantum
seriously.
Eraser again?
John
Uh,
Stunger. He was Oakley's best mate for a while, but they seem to be on a bit of a hiatus.
I don't know how anybody could ever
See?
be best mate to those please.
Me,
sex.
Shit Lord. That's that. I actually got that from Jeff Holiday. So
So,
yeah.
sorry, Davros, why do we need to put it on your shirt? I thought everybody knew.
Oh no!
Brandon wants to link.
I'm a cunt. But today I'm a shitlord.
Why not both?
ATM. Don't tell him what that means.
Got a few ideas in my head, but I don't know if I want to figure out what the true one is.
Well, it has nothing to do with money.
Oh, I gathered that.
So
So we
Jade,
don't have to look for you. If you want to link, message one of us, then we don't have to go looking for you.
Jade, how is the punishment going?
It's going okay.
Did you
We're-
take everything away from him?
Pretty much, yeah. He's grounded for quite a while, and he's doing some work for us. So we're still we recently bought a house and we've been remodeling it for ever, it seems like. And we still have a couple odds and ends things that need to be done. So he's doing all of our housework or stuff for us and yard work, and he's in more trouble with us than anyone. So
I'd have beat that kid's ass. I'd have congratulated him at one point and then just beat his ass at another one.
yeah, he's doing better now, and he's being respectful at least. So it hasn't been.
Yeah, like I said, I give him some credit.
That kid had some balls.
Yeah,
That kid had some balls.
He got pretty far to be able to show up at court without, parents or anything. Like, man, that's pretty good. Like, you almost got away with that one.
He really tried.
Did have some balls.
Yeah, he he thought that it would work, and he was a little surprised when it didn't, which is funny to me.
It's a learning experience.
Yes, for sure. So then he was really nervous to go the second time, and we had told him, you lied to a judge. That's not going to go well. And the judge totally was like, "Oh, it's fine. We're just going to give you 10 hours community service. Don't do it again." And we're like, What
the fuck?
We just told him it was going to be worse, and now you made us look like we don't know what we're talking about.
Morning,
So
Sandy.
he thinks he's great.
Yeah. Good morning, Sandy, and feel lucky that you don't know what's going on.
Well, I just used Urban Dictionary to look up ATMs, so I'm not
Why?
sure that was a smart idea.
Why did you do that?
Scientific curiosity.
What is going
You're
on with
doing some
Davros?
experiments later, are you, Matt?
Davros
Hey, I'm
keeps
not allowed
popping
to leave
in,
my
yeah.
house. I can't go find other people.
I think Davros is broken.
Davros is broke.
Yeah, we broke Davros.
My internet's being shitty.
Ah.
Well, you do live in Australia.
Yeah.
Was it? Are
We-
we behind
we
the
can
Ukraine
commiserate.
still? We have not got good internet here. Mainly because it's so sparsely populated that the distances you have to cover is fairly insane.
Hey, Chris isn't here. We can blame the Liberal Party for why we don't have good internet here.
Then Chris
Yeah,
appears out
really
of
funny
nowhere.
that. How
He's
Labour
out of
goes-
nowhere. It's like, what? And I go, we
I-
can't.
Yeah,
Without-
Labour goes, let's get a national broadband network with fibre optic to the house, and then the Liberal goes, "Oh, bugger it, you can stick to copper from the node."
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry,
defeats
Chris
the
has to
purpose.
wear this one because this was a major fuck up. and the best part about it was we're going to save money doing it this way. It ended up costing them nearly twice as much. In typical government fashion.
I mean, the whole project, from what I saw or what I've seen, has just been an absolute mess from the beginning.
Yeah.
But yes, certain people and certain parties made it messier along the way than it
Because
needed
it
to
should
be.
never have been political in the first place. The fact of the matter was it should have been a bipartisan effort and it should have all just gone through, but they made it political and it was dumb. I know Labour Party was the first ones to make it political, and the whole act of making it political was just stupid in the first place. If you're trying to build a national infrastructure, don't make it fucking political.
Yeah, but we're talking to politicians.
I can't help it.
I was going to
Can
make a
you
comment,
correct-
but then I'm like, if I ever run for...
So,
Yeah.
who do
Hi,
you guys
Brandon.
think? Without looking it up,
Hi, Brandon.
what
Yeah.
country do you think has the fastest broadband speed?
I'm going to go South Korea for some reason.
Japan.
Yeah. Japan,
Korea,
South Korea,
I'm
Japan.
going
or
to say
India.
Japan.
Japan, probably.
Fastest broadband speed.
China.
China, Jade,
Japan.
Brandon,
I say China.
you're all wrong. Singapore.
Whoa.
Wow.
Singapore.
Yeah,
That's a
I didn't
city.
think about that.
Wow.
I should
Singapore's
have-
country.
Singapore is more
Romania.
Sorry.
Romania.
I'm
wow.
actually surprised at Romania being up there.
Wow.
But,
So China is way down here
Yes,
at
but
138.
here's the thing.
Go
Wow.
and scroll down to us, see how bad it is.
New Zealand at 135, Japan at 132, UK at 75, Austria at 73. I still haven't found Australia yet. There it is.
There we are.
55.
55.97.
They're pretty much my exact speed too.
Our mobile speed is faster than our internet speed.
Yep.
I have to keep
Wow.
hotspotting my phone to stop the internet crashing.
Turkmenistan has the lowest at 3.4. I mean, you could go Cuba. They don't have any at all, but
Turkmenistan. Okay.
That's still like a dial-up modem. Takes
Dial-up.
3 hours
What a
to
dial-up
load an image.
to be honest.
I mean, Jesus Christ, Papua New Guinea at a 12.8.
Yeah.
I've been there. They
Wow.
have
Yeah.
they have no infrastructure.
Also,
It's-
I'd like to point out that when Australia submitted, when the NBN submitted Australia's data results for how fast the internet was, they deliberately top and tailed the figures to exclude the highest and the lowest. And they exclude a lot more of the lowest when they did the figures. They were called out on it, actually, that it was
Looks like
fudging the figures to make them actually look better than they were.
it looks like China's got the fastest mobile speed at 115.
Damn.
Yeah.
We haven't finished
I wouldn't have guessed
implementing
it's such a
5G
big
here
population.
yet.
Yeah, there is advantages in having a big population.
Well, I think
There's
it's
a-
more a density thing too.
Yeah.
Because if this, like Australia's not a, we're not by any means a poor country, but we're so spread out that to cover connection for all of Australia is not an easy thing to do.
No.
I
But
bet.
the
man.
infrastructure's already there around the coastal cities, though, Matt. Like 20 odd years ago, I installed mobile phone towers, right? All that infrastructure's there. All they got to do is put the new antennas on. That's all they have to do.
Oh.
It's not as hard as they make it out to be. But with 5G, you've got to have those repeaters everywhere. That's the hard part.
Yeah, the
Wow.
range is shorter.
Mm. But the
Well,
speeds
that's why
are
they're giving
blistering.
us all needles so we can act as the repeater towers, you see.
I'm still waiting for 4G. My 3G's working. I'm still waiting for 4G. I don't know when I'm going to get 5G, and I've had both my shots. Does anyone else know how to activate it?
Did you get the software update? You need the software
Yeah,
update.
Well,
Yeah.
I
don't
got
know
one
why
of
you're
them.
worried
I
about
got
it
two,
anyway.
actually, I got a couple
Jay,
of them,
you've
but I
got
don't know
better
if I got
access
all of
than
them.
anyone. You've got the BBC.
I do.
Just an extra COVID shot into that and stick it up. You'll receive the signal still coming from Voyager.
The
Oh, we have
BBC.
an Angelo in the chat.
Yeah, I'm running
do
about
we?
10G myself.
Hello, Atangelo. I wonder if he'd come back and have another chat with me. But if we did, I'd want to make it more specific. I want to get into certain areas of science because I just find that fun. That's me. There we go. Although it's not my channel, so I'm not going to quite volunteer anything yet. But we'll see what happens.
Oh, we'll more than likely host it. That's not an issue.
Oh, okay. Well, look, because I'm happy to do it again. All I'd ask for this time is just to maybe have a topic narrowed down beforehand, just so that way we can maybe focus it. I can look up some stuff beforehand. Atangelo can do the same, etc. I think it'll be a little smoother that way. Although, that being said, that's what we tried to do for Numpty. But then again, it was Numpty.
It was not.
I don't know if Atangelo saw that,
getting
but
free advertising during this stream is cool.
5 pounds from Godless Scummer. Britain and the U.S. definitely has a very dense population.
yes,
And,
there are two factors that also determine the spread of COVID: how dense the population is, and
how
how dense
dense
the population is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what Nerdy said. Is what does dense mean?
Dense.
Density, it's the thing that makes things go to their natural place on the shallow Earth.
They're
We kind of covered some of that last time. We can. I don't mind rehashing some of it. I'm not a particle physicist, but I don't
I'm
mind astronomy.
thinking of
I'm in an astrophotonics
we
group.
lost Davros again. His internet must have pooped on him.
Get the internet.
Knowing that poops a lot.
His icon
Reanimator.
changed.
I'll try. Okay, so my phone was giving me the shits, so now I'm on the computer. I just didn't want to have to stand the fuck up because I had to turn it on.
Well, I'm not standing up at the moment.
That's why I've got a stand-up desk, but I have a really high chair. So just in case I want to sit down. So I switch off back and forth. So, oh man, shallow Earth proves gravitons exist.
That's fun. That's for Davros to answer.
You're going too deep.
Well, compared to a lot of water worlds, Earth is quite a shallow planet.
Exactly.
Yes, it is. Actually.
I mean, in all honesty, it's got a shallower ocean than we believe Europa does, so it's quite a shallow.
I mean,
Yeah,
what
both.
you think?
So Europa.
My blood type is coffee. that's definitely it.
What Jen was saying, Ganymede, Europa, and Enceladus are all expected to have each individually about twice the volume of water that Earth does, and they're all significantly smaller than Earth. For an example, Enceladus is twice as much as Earth, and Enceladus is only 2/3 the width of our moon. So about half the width of the United States, and it has twice as much water as Earth does.
And
We
for
don't have
anyone
much
wondering how we
water.
know this, we can calculate the density of the planets, these moons, because of the way they are affected gravitationally between their orbits with Jupiter, etc. We can actually estimate the mass of them, and as the mass and the density of them, which gives us a good idea of what they're made out of, which means we know how much water there is.
Yeah.
I am not a gravitron. I am an Autobot.
Autobot. Yes. Autobot.
Gee, it is
Autobot.
time to roll out.
Roll out.
Autobots all the way.
Also, I'm just going to duck off for a second. I need some water because
Alright.
I've run out.
Duck.
I shall return
Friend by
soon.
water.
If Angelo wants to suggest topics too, I'm happy to do that. I can chat with you either in the chat or privately, and then we can come up with suggestions. But I don't want to push anything too much. I'm happy to keep it fairly open and relaxed. I'm not here to control things. But yeah, I'll be back in a second.
Even hearing the word duck is funny to me now.
Why is the duck got to keep coming back up? She's not even here.
It's just quackers how much we go on about that.
Hey, Jen, you stole that from me.
I did.
Now see, Tangelo, you're right.
Crap.
Which, by the way, I do have a white shirt and a black tie. I'm just waiting to find a black coat, so then I can complete the look.
Nice.
Did I miss something? Oh, for fuck's sake!
Oh my god!
And grounded.
Oh no, that's
That was mean. It was funny though.
Oh, that was funny.
wasn't
Uh,
missed it, but I laughed because whatever it is, it was funny.
I had to do that because if I'd shared it, you wouldn't have put it up.
Whatever.
you got your coffee?
Yeah, if my coffee pot starts getting too loud, just let me know and I'll mute myself.
Well, you need to be more like water, formless. You know.
Let's-
Damn it, Jen.
uh,
Actually, Shallow Earth actually is a proponent of gravy tea.
Gravy tea.
Gravy tea. Gravy tea. I like that. Gravy tea.
That is true. Neither John nor Dan had a beard, so maybe ZZ Top. But I like ZZ Top, but I'm not a big fan. Never go full Bovril. Anybody understand what that means? I got it.
Oh, that's very English. That's all I know. It's English.
It's apparently a ward, I guess. I don't know.
So what have I missed?
Sandy
Wow.
says he looks like Kid from Addams Family.
Oh.
That better?
Cousin.
Chewbacca's looking for his wife.
Somebody has to clip that. That's going to be
I
Jason.
have a feeling. Yeah, but I have a feeling Chris is clipping it as we speak.
And
He doesn't. I will.
Granny says, "Good morning, Ed. Pass the coffee."
Good morning.
Oh, also, Brandon.
What?
Oh no, it's not showing up the green screen. I know
What
it's not
happened?
quite a duck, but
And just because Ontangelo brought it up, there we go. We've got to show him.
Right. Recognize, bitches.
oh man. Oops. Shoot.
Davros's turn. He's got better ones.
What do you mean I've got better ones? I send them to Jay.
Yeah, but you-
Scummer says Bovril is a thick and salty meat extract paste similar to yeast extract.
Okay.
Look, we've tried Marmite and Vegemite both, and we are not a fan of either one.
Yeah, listen, I'm not trying any more of that fucking strange shit people eat over there. Done.
Well, we can always go back to the ranch soda.
Oh.
Ranch soda?
Oh, that was so nasty.
Okay, it's
Yeah, I didn't really appreciate the corn either. That was
Yeah, but at least it tasted like corn.
yeah. I just don't like corn.
That's
in my
always someone's
soda.
excuse. It tasted like corn.
But that ranch one was just
Oh.
fucking horrible. And I've seen other people do them little video challenges, and it's fucking weird because I've seen a couple of them like, this is really good. What is fucking wrong with you? But
Yeah.
a lot of them do go, ranch is the worst one.
Oh yeah, that just tastes like must. I don't know. Just old,
It was
dirty
horrible.
something.
Just god awful nasty.
ranch soda.
Chris will be here soon. We should talk about him more.
So is it Otangelo says good topic, so how about we do that? Science, how does science work for a start, and look at why the scientific consensus doesn't have a god in it.
I'm happy. I'm happy to do also what happened last time, where it's more like a moderated discussion, so it's a bit more friendly rather than a debate. Because I'm not too big on the debate modes unless someone is saying something that is downright dangerous. And so far, Otangelo hasn't said anything close to that. I would only do the.
There's a difference between being dangerous and being wrong.
I'm wrong all the
Poppy.
time. I know that.
Yeah,
When it comes to kicking a ball, you would think for someone with such a physics background. Oh, I've seen Ed's dog and I've seen Jay's dog now tonight.
And my kitty cat.
Sorry?
And my kitty.
There we go.
I must have missed that.
It's Chris.
There he is.
Crow really
All
does
right.
look like Crow.
What's going
There we
on?
go.
Hey, Russell,
Hello,
how are you
people.
doing?
It's a dopey Russell Crowe.
I just wanted to try and do my best Jay impersonation. Yeah, I've done the shaved
There's
Buddhist
one of my woofers.
with the beard.
Aw.
Oh,
Next three.
That's Phoebe. She's a bull Arab. Princess, come here, girl. Come here, big girl. Look at this one, eh?
Nice.
Are we going to
He's
get
a-
a million views now because we've just got dogs in it?
Yeah,
And
well,
that's how
she's-
YouTube works.
She's
No,
crossed
it's
with
only
a,
company, I think, to do that.
a D Bordeaux.
we'd have to show more pussies.
Oh, terrible.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, hang on.
Oh,
Wow.
Wait,
If you can see,
how
there
are-
is a black cat.
How are we going to have to show
Yeah.
more? Chris is already here.
It's boom! Bones out. And if you weren't so far away, I'd have to come and
Say,
a
um,
bit, mate.
So,
No,
so
that's
Davros, that liberal party, they're pretty dreadful, aren't they?
Oh,
Oh, let's no
Yeah.
politics.
look, I'm
Who
thinking
said
of
politics? Politics is banned.
sorry, I was thinking of voting for the Australian Burnout Party.
Probably wouldn't be the worst option out there.
Oh, man.
Well, I was going to say because Australia gets burnt every year, but it's probably the best option.
Yeah.
At least they know what's coming.
Oh, this is funny. This is funny.
Oh,
And yes, Sandy, it's skinhead Chris. This is what happens when your wife says, no, I can give you a haircut during lockdown, and you reluctantly agree. And yeah.
since we're showing off pets, can I point out this is my friendly magpie? He is a wild pet, but he will sit on my arm, and I can feed him.
There is no such thing as a friendly
Back
magpie.
up here. And it's also the 3rd of
He
September.
protects me actually from the Currawongs. He will
Yeah, but
come in and
Matt-
take out the Currawongs if they don't get too close to me.
That's,
Matt,
that's
but he
because,
will not
that's
have a
because
go
he's
at
just
me.
trying to let them know that you're his bitch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically.
Hey,
But
you
he
stay
is
away from my
like,
human. He's mine for the swooping.
magpies are terrifying. So he is the same size as the Currawongs. They're very similar-ish. They're similar-ish to a magpie. They just have a bigger, blacker beak and white-rimmed eyes. It's probably yellow-rimmed eyes, the main ones. He will take on 5 or 6 of them and send them flying.
Little known fact about the magpie is they're actually a minor bird.
Ah, that's
Yeah,
interesting.
they can
gonna-
mimic.
I'm
They
just
can
going to
mimic other
wholeheartedly
animals.
agree with Jeff here. Jeff, you are a very good judge of character. Yes, I do look like Triple H. The physique is fairly similar as well.
But he's about a foot. He's about a
And
foot
the age.
shorter.
Well, I'm 6 foot, so I'm about the right height.
6 foot
Are you?
in
How
what metric?
Feet.
I said in what metric? Feet is not a metric. It's an imperial.
Well, there you go. Haha. Well, 183, I think I am. Something like that.
Oh, so height is now just a thought. Hey, I've got that cup.
Yeah, man. Everyone has it.
Yes, I've got that cup. Yeah.
I should go
Yeah,
get
well,
my
actually-
chemistry mug.
Just to make Jen feel like her striving for what she has over the last however many years. Apparently, height is the same thing as gender now. You could be any height you
Height-
want.
Oh, I seen that.
So I'm
Yeah,
just going to
on
ask you a question.
TikTok, It was weird.
Jade, have you changed your hair
Who the
color?
hell posted that?
I dyed it purple and now it's coming out, but it's kind of got a red tint to it, so it's
It
kind of
looks
just
really
doing what it
nice,
wants.
That's
Well,
okay.
thank you.
I'm still there going, hang on. That doesn't. Yeah, okay.
Yep, it's turning red. So, but I kind of like it. I don't mind red hair.
It's very Mary
Something
Jane.
I find terrible. I'm 5 years older than Chris, and he's got more grey hair in his beard than I have ever seen on my own head. I've seen like 3 grey hairs.
That's because I'm distinguished. That's why.
No, the ash highlights are supposed to be.
Spread.
The ash highlights are only supposed to be around your ears, not through your beard and down below.
No, see, like my beard's all weird and shit. Like my moustache is blonde. It's dark around the edges, and then I've got these 2 grey stripes. It's just, and then it's blonde there. It's like a blonde.
You know what
red.
caused that, don't you, Chris? It was all that work with Palmer.
Oh,
Oh, ouch! That's below the belt. Ouch.
Are we? Why are we surprised that Jen went below the belt here?
I wasn't going below the belt though.
See, Jen's usually rather nice to me. Yeah,
she's got a
we usually
vendetta.
unite to pick on Jay, so I don't know what's going on there.
No, Jay's the man tonight.
Hey, we don't ask tweets yet.
Not yet.
No.
Oh, you only just arrived, so we had to wait
We
for the
kind of had to
IQs to
wait for the
drop.
star attraction.
For the IQs to drop.
I am so getting it for this
Hey,
later.
I'm just excited. Tangela's in the chat. Hi, Tangela.
He is.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that started the drop in the IQs, and then you rocked up, Chris.
It's all over now. All over.
See, I don't get this. Some
But
people think that
Next
yo,
time,
it's like I'm still here. That's not raising the IQ by much. I'm just educated well beyond what my IQ level is.
Yes, unfortunately,
I've met some pretty dumb people with pretty high qualifications.
Yeah.
yeah. Also,
Yes,
Matt,
so-
you don't have a classic education yet. Until you've been dealing with someone like Spurs Chemo and Lemon Bird and Nathan Thompson and people like that for the last 4.5 years.
I got asked to go on Oakley's channel by the time I had 50 subs.
Dude, seriously, I will come to New South Wales. I will find you, and I will do things to you that you would wish Oakley could do.
You wish you come to New South Wales. Our borders are closed, probably.
Yeah, you're not getting
Apparently
past
your
our
price
borders.
now.
So I found something I wanted to share.
I like
Somebody
what
said
Tangelo has written here. He said that he's
Hi, Christ.
it's good. He's talking to Christ, and he's saying that Jay is cooler than Christ. Has a Tangelo become a Buddhist?
Yeah.
Has a Tangelo become a Buddhist? Live on Friday Night Six Pack.
Jay, that brings up a question I have about Buddhism. Could you be both a Christian and a Buddhist?
Well, technically no. But there are some Buddhist sects that do implement some Christian aspects of Christianity.
There are Bindus too, so part Buddhist, part Hindu. Yeah.
Well, Buddhism is a derivative of Hinduism, but no, from a Christian point of view, yeah, it's the two are incompatible.
Yeah,
So
and
even if the
from a
Buddhists
Christian point of
accepted-
view, no.
If the Buddhists accepted it, the Christians wouldn't. So
Yeah.
you'd kind of be in conflict.
Ed, you need glasses. There's something wrong with the regular team. You're the only one without glasses.
Am I invisible now, Mike?
Oh, he's gone.
Now, can I just say how much Jade's fucking outfit last week just rocked? She was kicking it with the hat and the
Oh
sunnies.
yeah,
Oh yeah, she was awesome.
my daughter was
Yeah.
so happy that I wore her rainbow stuff for that.
I was waiting for her to punch you in the throat.
I think Jay did a really good job controlling.
No,
the-
see, she was in
controlling us last week.
she was pretending to be Jay, so she had to be all mellow and peace like and all happy and shit.
Yes, that's why I was so calm and quiet.
Mind you, people see Jay like that, but he swears and abuses so badly in the background.
He did an amazing job. I had to go off with the migraine, and Jade kept things going, so it was brilliant.
Come on, bro. You don't want to take my shit. I got more shit than Tony.
Granny's got a question for you, Chris.
Oh no, this is the pre-show. This is what we call a long six-pack. So we're trying something different, and there's a method to my madness for trying something different. Where we started basically at the pre-show time. Now the reason is because in about a month or so, the daylight savings reverses between Australia and the US, meaning that if we we normally start at 10 p.m. my time, which is 8 a.m. East Coast US, but that will actually become 6 a.m. East Coast US. So I thought, well, let's just see how it goes in the morning. We can try different things and see what happens, see what works, and yeah.
Yeah, the transition is weird.
Yeah, I like the idea of I like the pre-show because I think the pre-show's it's got its own distinct flavour. It kind of reminds me of what six-pack used to be like back when we first
I'm so glad I started it.
Yeah, that guy's on distinct.
You're distinguished.
It will be continuing. Hang on 1 second. I've just got a child who's come to say goodnight to me. I'm just going to go off screen. I will be back.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun with the ladies' night. I like doing those.
Hang on, someone clip that and just chop out night.
A lot of fun with the ladies.
Love to do the ladies.
Well, I was told I wasn't allowed to do it on Wednesday, so I'm bringing it to tonight.
You got in trouble on Wednesday.
Oh, I did.
Oh man.
Yeah. You should have seen. You should have seen as soon as it was all over. Like Jay's in the background, he's swearing, he's cursing, he's saying, "If I ever see that triple D, I'm just gonna." It was. I was scared. It was
bullshit.
Bullshit. Jay left, and Matt, Jen, and I were in here for half an hour after he left.
Facts don't matter because there's two things you need to know. The first is I've written a Guardian article outlining what happened, and I have a blog.
Damn it, reality has changed on us.
So you're backing it up with facts, then, Chris. You're backing it up with facts.
Hang on, don't look at.
There's no dispute.
Me with that fat face.
That's it. That's it.
You want to watch out, Davros? You might write a second article, and then you really screw.
Oh no, that means Jimmy Snow's gonna do a video on me then.
Hey, you know what I could do? I could do what I'm going to call the Jimmy Snow paradox, where I write two Guardian articles on how shit Jimmy Snow is, that he'll then have to accept, but he won't know how to accept it.
You could do a whole stream is Jimmy Snow the asshole, and just talk about things Jimmy's done, and just declare whether he's an asshole or not. So.
Well, that would only be a 3-second video. Jimmy Snow an asshole? Yes. Yeah. Done. Whole stream. So done. Thanks for watching.
So would that actually be classified as a Guardian article, or would it just be a classified ad?
So Chris's blog references the Guardian article, and the article references. Yeah, the blog. Is that how it works?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's article, blog,
paper, scissors, rock. It's Guardian beats blog article beats facts. Facts don't beat Guardian article.
Hey Ed, can you pass me one of them?
Hang on. Rock, paper, scissors is paper beats rock, rock beats scissors, scissors beats.
Don't think about it too much. Try not to think about it.
I'm sorry.
Rock, paper, scissors, lizard, Spock.
Fuck. Yeah.
No. There is now gun. There is now gun.
Listen, see, you're all wrong.
Vaporizes rock.
Rock beats everything, especially when you throw it.
As atheists, I mean, we all definitely support rocks.
Yes, but the note is wrapped around the rock that gets thrown
rocks
through
are
the
sentient.
window.
Remember that, people.
Mud Fossil University.
Oh, hang on. It all makes sense now. Paper. The Guardian is a paper. Paper beats rocks.
Yeah,
That's it.
that's what it is.
That's it.
Paper
We just need to-
confuses rocks.
We need to get some scissors to the Guardian.
Oh, Illuminati confirmed too with that logic.
See, this is how conspiracies start. You know, somewhere Bobby Mack's gonna watch that and go, "Hey, he's fucking right. He's fucking right."
Coffee.
Coffee.
Varillion says throw shade, not rocks.
Yum, coffee. What would
Is that a Hawthorne mug?
Of course.
Okay. Thanks for coming, Triple D. It was really good having you on.
Question is, who do you go for?
Giants.
How many premierships have they won?
Well, we've only been around 5 minutes.
Well, that's
we're not even
okay,
10 years- We're not even 10 years old.
When you were incepted, we won 3.
That's right. The Dragons won 11 in a row, but you don't see me talking about that. Anyway,
This week.
that's
Not
enough.
this
That's
week.
enough sports ball for Jen. Right?
What? Hang on, sorry, I'm doing a tweet for you. Shut up.
Jen's doing stuff in the background.
Yeah, I'm
Don't-
doing
don't
stuff
cr-
in the background because
That's
someone asked me. I
always-
wasn't paying
that's
attention to who asked
always
me.
a worry and always dangerous.
Don't call her
Probably,
out while she's doing. She can only do one thing at a time. Remember.
Oh, you bastard.
Oh,
So, you want to do dumbass tweets?
Yes, please.
I'm for it. I have
No.
my
I'm
popcorn
ready.
ready now
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, yes.
I'm like, are we doing this? What's going on?
Yes, please. We said
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, do it.
Who-
Do it, do
Who's
it, do
running
it, do
the
it.
show?
Who's hitting the button? Me or you?
Jay stole
You
the
hit
show.
the button. You hit the button.
Do it.
It's your
Go,
show
guys.
now, not mine.
Go.
My show's done. It's your
Oh, hang
show.
on.
Lies.
Can
How
I
come we haven't
can I
had the
get you to
Bobby
repeat
up
that
yet,
for me, please,
then?
Mr. Curtis?
Chris, you haven't done Bobby yet. You need to do a Bobby.
Yeah, I love a good Barbie.
Oh, we're saving the bit of Bobby.
I enjoy talking
If you're not
to Bobby.
Bobby?
Man, love me some Bobby.
Can't argue with
All
these
right,
things.
next time I'll threaten to throat punch you.
Sorry, I just wanted to check and make sure that I was right about the difference.
Oh, man.
That's the whole reason.
Sandy, why would anybody want iced coffee?
Hey!
Disgusting.
Don't you
No.
dare. Don't. Oh,
Sometimes you need iced coffee to refresh you a little bit.
It's iced coffee. Iced coffee.
Coffee.
Yeah. Okay,
Cough.
so I need to explain to our grumpy little man here
Coffee.
something about this little place we have here in South Australia called Farmers Union Iced Coffee. Best iced coffee you get anywhere. When it's 45 degrees, you don't want hot
pretty good.
coffee.
Yes, I do.
I'm going to be honest. It is pretty good. It is pretty good.
And
All right,
that's
let's do
45
some dumbass
degrees
tweets.
Celsius.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so,
Sorry,
So
but
this-
Jay had his very cranky face on,
I was about to rip into Grumpy too.
and I was worried that Jay was going to throat punch me.
So this week is another episode of what I found on Twitter, not just the dumbass tweets, because there are some of them, but there are some funny ones, like this one. What do you have to be anxious about? Things that were, things that are, and some things that have not yet to come. So for all of you that have some anxiety, you know exactly what she's talking about here.
Yeah.
Yes. Something's going to happen. I don't know what it is, but I need to worry about it.
Exactly.
No, I'm stressed.
All right. So vaccine passports have been around since the 1700s. In fact, Canadians and Mexicans had to use them in the 1850s in order to prove to the U.S. border that they had been immunized for smallpox. That was not a vaccine passport. It was a piece of paper saying you were vaccinated. That was late 19th century and only lasted until the problem was controlled.
What fucking part do you not understand, idiot? A passport's a piece of fucking paper.
It's not even that bit. It's like the whole bit, and you only had to have them until it was under control. And why was it under control? Because we fucking vaccinated you, dipshit.
And also because we had people with a piece of paper that showed that they'd been vaccinated. You dumb moron. Everyone seems to think. I just have to. I have to. I've been needing to get this out. Everyone thinks these vaccine passports are going to be for life. They're not.
Well, they probably will be, actually. To be fair, we are getting into a point now that it may actually start becoming a requirement for most people to stay vaccinated to have access to certain things, or have an exemption from being vaccinated for medical reasons or whatever else. So it may actually become a thing that to get to certain countries, because I mean it is a thing now anyway, that to go to certain countries you have to have certain vaccinations. But it may actually become a thing for a real passport, or even going in between states. You may actually have to start presenting a passport that does show.
Join the military, especially if you get stationed overseas. You got to get so many different vaccines.
If you go to Thailand, you got to have hepatitis, and that takes 6 weeks to get those shots.
It does.
Yeah, I went to Papua New Guinea back when I was in high school, and I had to go see a doctor to get all these weird ass vaccines for things you find there. Well, that was on a vaccine. I was on anti-malarials the whole time there. Fortunately, I was on a nicer one than the most common one. It was a more friendly one. But I remember that
trying to give people for COVID.
Yeah, hydrochloroquine.
No, this was
Avectomycin.
I don't know.
No, hydrochloroquine is used for malaria and Ross River virus.
Jay, I'm not a horse.
Excuse me. Ivermectin is also used in Comanche for humans.
To get rid of
Go look it up. Yeah,
it's used. I actually found this out last night that it's used as a for against mosquitoes.
What I find out. Well, it's not hilarious, but the stupid part about it is the number of people who are now having to be hospitalized from taking horse doses of ivermectin. We're in a time when we need those beds for people who have COVID.
But why not take the human worming tablets? It's got the same
it wasn't
drug
enough.
in it.
You needed I think you needed a prescription, and most doctors were sensible enough not to give it. And a lot of the pharmacies sold out very quickly because all of a sudden this really niche drug that only needed in certain circumstances everyone was trying to buy. And then they ran out of patients, and all of these anti-vaxxers instead went. And they're like, well, look, the horse one is the same as the human one, forgetting that it wasn't.
Dosage. The dosage. Ours has to be, for us, it has to be 8.8 times the regular dose we would have from a horse tablet, right? For it to work in our immune system, it has, like, what did they say it was? Like, you'd have to have 200 mils of this stuff in liquid form just to do a quarter of your body.
Yeah.
People are overdosing on it.
Let's move on from this.
Yeah, we're going to move on to the next one.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, just pointing out stupidity.
Well, yeah.
Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down. Yeah, I love it.
That's brilliant.
Nice.
He's just been rickrolled.
You know what? I actually did that to a friend at his wedding. So the night before the wedding, they're all stressing because no one knew how to write a speech. So I decided to. I said, well, I'll help. So I wrote the group speech. And I said, do you want a nice love poem in there? He goes, oh, yeah, do that. So anyway, he's there, and it's this real nice sentimental thing. And then he's sort of gone, and I've got a poem that I've written. And we're no strangers to love. You know the rules, and so do I.
So do I.
as it's getting on, and I could get away with these people with very good senses of humour. And she's sort of looking at him, and he's just looked and he's gone, "Oh, fuck you, Chris." Ultimate Rickroll.
Yeah, but that's when the DJ should actually put the song on.
I don't know. The song definitely got a run that night.
So this next one is another stupidity and just the wheelhouse of Ray Comfort. This is tasteless bullshit.
Tasteless fuckwit, isn't he? He's just a low life scammer. That bloke, he is an absolute scammer. He plays this whole, I'm just a nice, dopey, simple Christian, and it's bullshit. It is.
Yeah. Well, he got the first two parts of that right.
Evil, calculating piece of shit.
I'm a clickbait motherfucker.
Yeah.
But the worst thing is that the people who follow him would see that and think that that's wonderful, and they get inspired to go and do it themselves.
Yeah.
And I know because I remember I ran the Way of the Master training courses at the churches I was at. We used to have boxes of the $100 notes with the friggin' Bible tracts on them. I can see a lot of nodding happening there, Jade.
So we did too.
Yep, and then everyone goes and watches Left Behind together because Kirk Cameron, best actor ever.
Yeah, but so Chris, something I wanted to bring up, right? So Alan Thicke gets lumped with his kid, who did a great song with a couple of sexy ladies, and then you've got Ray Comfort gets stuck with Kirk Cameron.
Don't forget, Kirk Cameron did save Christmas.
I'm just going to put this out there. When my time comes, and I'm no longer around, if people decide to show up or whatever, and one of you so-called Christians out there decides you're going to pull a stunt like this at my funeral, I would advise not to do that because, your funeral will probably be next.
I'm kind of hoping that my funeral gets picketed by the Westboro Baptist Church, because then I know that I've done something impactful enough to piss those assholes off.
Yeah, right.
All right, moving on to the next one. From Conan O'Brien, great. My horse has worms and the pharmacy is out of everything except COVID vaccines.
Did you see him and Bill Burr about a week or so ago?
No.
Conan asked Bill, what do you think about these people who are against the vaccine and all that? And he goes, I love a good conspiracy, but what really... Why do they want to kill us, or the ones that aren't like, tell me what to do, sir, I want to do everything you want me to do, sir? Shouldn't they be going after the people that are against wanting to do I'm going to do everything you tell me?
Now I'm going to make everyone be quiet here, because the one and only...
I'm not going to be quiet.
Granny is here.
Kelly!
Hello,
Granny. Quiet, she's eating.
And I'd like to say hello to you as well, Brandon. Sorry, I haven't. I've just kind of got a bit carried away here. But it was really good timing. That I guess it was a Ray Comfort. It wasn't a Ken Ham. But if there's any Ken Ham, I want Granny responding. We all shut up for a Granny AIG smackdown.
I'm pretty sure if you just zoomed out on the tweet, Granny would be there.
All right. So here's the next one.
Incidentally, Brandon was trying to say something before.
I'm sorry, Brandon. Go ahead.
No, I said no. I'm going to keep talking just because he said I'm going to shut everyone up. I'm a bored.
And I was polite enough to let you get that out. And you still managed me. We're going to pick on anyone.
Jay normally always wears sunglasses, but the reason Chris is wearing them is because he got beat up by his missus.
Pretty mean, right?
All right, moving on to the next one. What would you want? Would you want to be in a loveless marriage? How is it even healthy for a wife to deny her husband sexual relations? And the response to this one, because I had to get this one in, is how the hell can you even justify that? This shit pisses me off.
Use the initials JMS.
Yeah, but my question here is why? Like, look, when you get to 80, the last thing you're thinking about is trying to get a hard on.
You need that blood to be pumped somewhere else.
No, you're wondering where your tartan slippers are in the copy of The Guardian.
Or if your head, you're wondering where your tartan pajama pants are.
Hold on, Godless Granny, what was that?
I said my dad is 88 and he still keeps talking about it.
Yeah. Talking about it doesn't mean you're doing it.
All right.
I have a story on that. No. It's like my late grandfather was he passed away from cancer last year, but he was awesome right up into the end. He would make jokes about that side of things. Like he could barely stand, and he'd be taking the piss out of everything that he came across. And he had to go for an ultrasound towards the end. And they're like, "Yeah, he's like he's on all sorts of medication at this point. He can barely stand up." And they're about to do the ultrasound. They put the gel on the machine, and they've gone to put it on. And he just turns to the nurse with a straight face and goes, "This the one they use in sex?" The nurse lost it. My uncle had driven him there and lost it as well. And I just,
man.
He was in his 80s too.
Hang on, early bird special orgy at the old folks' home. News at 4.
All right, we're not gonna hover on this one too long. All right, so for all you atheists, apparently atheists get paid by secret authorities to discredit religions. It's disgusting. This is a shame. Shame on yourselves. Most atheists are rich.
What?
They must have the wrong bank details. I haven't got my bill check for ages.
I gotta check my PayPal on it.
That might explain how Chris ended up with Ray-Bans.
Obviously, you aren't a real atheist because I've got the Ferrari parked outside.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It's all part of this. Truthfully, I'm just here to discredit Buddhism. I've been secretly sent here to get rid of Jay.
Yeah.
Instead, Jay's just slowly taking over the channel.
Well, I didn't realise that Jay and Carl Curtis were really good buddies.
No. See, you forget that Buddhists play the long game.
And this is Mom Six Pack.
Are you saying BK stands for Buddhist Kyle?
Yes, because that's what he says. There's no Buddhist Kyle in prison. Yeah.
Oh yeah, got
Have you seen the new mugshot yet?
I hang on. I did see this, Jeff, and it was fucking great.
Yeah.
I'm liking Jeff's stuff at the moment. I just like it that Jeff's having a beer while he's doing his vids.
Yeah.
It's just,
Jen.
I think Jeff has found his style.
Oh, good Lord, Jen.
Jay Curtis.
All right, move on to the next one.
Do you think that Carl Curtis and Kent Hovind might get to share a jail cell?
I don't think Kent Hovind bends that way.
Well,
he can.
What happened in?
But hang on. Kyle might force him to.
Moving on. Moving on.
You makes you wonder which one of them will be doing the most slapping.
Oh, hang on. Can I read this one?
Whoever wants this one, go for it.
I got it.
Do it.
I got it.
Do
There are
it.
lesbians
skip this
like
one. Skip
men.
this one. No, skip this one. Skip this one. Skip it.
Oh.
Skip it. Skip it. Skip it. Skip it. Skip it. Skip it.
Oh, Ansgar! He's my friend.
Can anyone tell me what flew over me? 4, I can confirm, possibly a 5th. I believe that's called an airplane.
I believe that's actually an X10 Warthog.
And that's how Ansgar started his latest Twitter fight.
You playing, boss?
It is a good answer to that, isn't it?
That is a warthog.
That's an A10 Warthog.
Yep.
No, that's
A
proof of
plane
aliens.
designed after they made the gun.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's pretty much a gun wrapped in an airplane.
Yeah, it's a tank buster, basically.
That was a Cold War era one, wasn't it?
Oh, no, next. Sorry, I know what people are going to say.
Nice.
I had to throw that one in there.
No BK in prison.
And speaking of Godless Granny,
Wait,
Oh,
hang on.
Hang on.
Australia was a penal colony, and we don't have any Burger King.
Oh,
We've
Yes,
got
we
Hungry
do.
Jackson, but we can say there definitely are HJ in prison.
Yeah, but Chris, the particular Hungry Jacks, the first one that was built down near where I live at Henley Beach or Lockleys. Prue McSweeney, she's the one who had it built here.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Jay, you should Granny read this one because she's got the response.
I'll read Frank's part, and then Granny can respond.
Yeah. Granny
Yeah.
does a pretty mean Granny impersonation.
Yeah. Best Granny impersonation I've ever heard.
There's a good story behind this tweet too.
And I want to hear the sass that comes with it. That every time I read one of her tweets, I was like, "There's sass in that." Yeah, I want to hear it.
When men become the men that God designed them to be, it liberates women to flourish into the women that God designed them to be. By A.R. Bernard.
Who let Darth Dawkins in?
Oh.
Patriarchy isn't about protecting women, it's about protecting men. It's about preserving male rule over the home, church, and society, often at the expense of women. Rachel Held Evans. The story behind this tweet is this is the video that I just finished releasing to my patrons and to my channel members, and it'll go public tomorrow.
Nice.
When I saw this tweet from Frank, I went, "Oh my gosh!" I mean, this is exactly what I'm working on. But what's really interesting, I started this because it was a project I was doing in response to John Piper on complementarianism, and there's been a huge rift in the leadership at Bethlehem Baptist Church. And I kind of focus on that, and that's where the project started. But I really don't think that this rift in the leadership is limited to Piper's Church or even Calvinism. I think it's a problem of all of fundamentalism. And as I started researching this project, I stumbled upon a blog by Rachel Held Evans that responded to Piper's complementarianism in such a succinct and wonderful way that I just fell in love with it. I had read a previous book by Rachel Held Evans, so I wasn't unfamiliar with her. The one thing that was a little difficult for me, though, was after I read that, I thought, my gosh, I just really would love to meet this woman. So I looked up to try to find some more information about where she is and what she's doing now. She died in 2019, and it was funny because I spent the whole day grieving for a woman that I've never even met. But she got a brain infection and she died. Unfortunately, she was only 37 years old, but she was a fantastic writer. To give you an idea of the level of her writing, the way I found out about her death was the New York Times had an article about her death. That's how important a writer she was.
Wow.
But her blog on this subject was so good that I copied the entire thing into my script. And when you get to see the video, you'll see a picture of Rachel Held Evans and get to hear the whole blog on the topic. It's really good.
That sounds good.
Nice.
Look forward to seeing
Can
that.
I just say, Granny, it's a real shame for America that you weren't appointed to the Supreme Court.
I am not anywhere near smart enough.
No, but
I
you'd be a
mentioned
lot
to
better
someone-
than some of the people who've been appointed.
That's true.
Right.
That's true.
All right, move on to the next one.
Uh-oh.
It's Kyle, who will be in jail if caught until he turns over the assets as he was ordered. And the response was, I can't wait to see how that turns out. Well, we know.
Hey, have you seen the new mugshot?
Do you got
Yeah, I've
Jen's
seen the new
picture
one.
to go with it?
Yeah. Oh, well, I sent it to you and Jen.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I've seen the new one.
And I sent Jay something terrible as well.
Yeah, you did. This is from almost Matt. Milky Way as seen from Mars.
Oh, he's such a child, that Matt guy.
He's a smarty.
I'm just going to leave this one up here. Now, I read this article, so I'll give you some context here in a minute. Man 39 cut off his penis and threw it out the car window as he was being chased by police.
Oh, well. Okay.
So I had to read the article. Apparently, he was driving naked, which is one of the reasons they were trying to pull him over. When he stopped the vehicle, he got out, covered in blood, threw something on the ground, jumped back in his car, and started driving again. When they caught up to him, he said the radio told him if he did that, he would save the world.
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
so he needs to spend
That's
time
meant-
in
that's-
a
that's-
white
that's-
jacket
yeah.
and padded room.
I gotta change my avatar for that one. Hold on.
Yeah.
Opioids, maybe?
That's just
just
that's just mental illness. That's pretty
Yeah.
Hold on.
Or it could be a drug-induced soma, as it would be known.
Sometimes
It
it's
was-
hard to isolate them.
Well, he did separate his mind from his body. Oh, sorry, wrong part. Too soon.
All right. If you notice, 2019 backwards is 9102. If you take away the 0 and 2, you'll have 91. It doesn't mean anything, but thanks for reading.
But you could be really tricky if you add an extra 0 and swap the 1 with a 0. You get 90210.
Yep.
Oh.
And this is the last one. I want to be inside your lady garden. Know what I'm saying?
Jay, is that out front of your place, mate?
I wish. I wish.
I'll paint you one up, Jay.
All right, that works.
It's out the front of Tony's doghouse.
So those were the dumbass funny tweets of the week.
Wasn't that exciting?
Hey.
It's a good selection.
Yay.
Somehow I made it into the list this week and I didn't even send anything to Jay.
It just
like
popped
the
up on the
atheist.
No,
So did
Jay
Granny, which
stalks
was
you on
really
Twitter, so.
convenient.
I do stalk him on Twitter.
It's a bit scary, actually. It's every day. Oh, did you see what Matt tweeted? Did you see what Matt wrote? Isn't Matt's hair lovely? Do you think I could have a beard like Matt? This is like, it's a bit scary. I mean,
I just want to cuddle.
it's just a little bit obsessive.
I love that. I just want to cuddle.
Bobby's going to get jealous, you know.
I'm glad our borders are shut.
Spooning in the moonlight.
Yeah, see,
No, that was me and Ed.
Is that cold moonlight or warm moonlight?
Oh,
Supernatural delight. Just spooning in the moonlight. No, was it? How's it go? I'm thinking of dancing in the moonlight.
Dancing in the moonlight, yeah.
Just
Night.
And it's a
I'm
wonderful
terrible with
night
music.
for a moon dance.
So yeah.
Oh, Jeff, that's just rude. So Jeff posted 6 hours ago on Twitter. He says, "Well, I thought nothing could have topped 2020 for being a bad year, but the news of an ABBA reunion has just put 2021 over that mark."
Don't be mean to ABBA, Jeff.
Yeah, don't be an ABBA.
Well, the fact that they were in their prime when I was in primary school, I am now 45 years old. That says something about them having a reunion.
Oh wow.
Yes. Maybe they should just
they'll be having
retire.
their Waterloo.
Well, they haven't done anything for 40 years. It's pretty monumental, and what they're doing and the way they're doing it is freaking cool.
It's only because of them that the Eurovision Song Contest is still going today.
Take that back. Take that back.
Right, but it's true.
No. There will be no dissing of the Eurovision Song Contest and some of just the greatest hits you will ever see. Classic. Like Epic Sax Guy. Who can beat Epic Sax Guy? No one knows. No one even knows what I'm talking about. That's sad. I'm going to introduce you all to good Eurovision at some point.
Oh, geez. So Jay, has anything been happening at Coruscant Chicken?
Coruscant Chicken.
You know, like the Anakin
really?
special?
All right. Yeah, fine.
Okay, that was funny. Oh.
Hang on. Wait for it. The punchline hasn't come yet.
For all you Star Wars fans, you'll love this one. So what exactly is the Anakin special? That's an extra crispy chicken with one wing and no legs.
Yeah. Oh yes.
Oh man.
It's like Darth Vader. That's a name I haven't heard since I chopped your father's legs off and left him to burn.
Fuck.
Just wow.
Yes.
Yeah, you don't want to know what I'm subscribed to on Facebook, hey?
No, I don't think any of us do.
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition.
We'll have to torture you with the rack.
Okay.
Or make you move to Texas.
Oh yeah.
Cooler than usual.
So, while we're waiting for Chris to get back, there's no. I tend to spend a lot of time on freaking TikTok, and I run across this one.
What have you found?
One of mine.
That was nowhere near as bad as I thought that was gonna be.
I know why Chris has left.
Something about
Geelong
having
just,
a screen.
Geelong just beat GWS 103-68. Oh, poor Chris. No prelim for you.
And for those of you in the know,
And then now.
there's this one too.
Nope, absolutely not. Do you think I haven't seen Final Destination?
I watched that today.
Trophy or ball, standing into a tanning bed and having it close on me with a broom and hold me locked shut, grab me to a chicken crest. No, I am getting out from behind this thing. Oh, that was close. Nope.
I do that every time I see a log truck. I'm like, nope. It's either slow way down or get the fuck off the road. I'm like, I knew. I spend way too much time on TikTok.
I do too.
I don't have it.
That's probably smart. I spend way too much time on it.
Yeah.
spend
I
too
like
much
this
time on
one.
Twitter.
It's not really. It's clever more than anything.
You're gonna have to put up this next one, Jay.
Stop abortion at Bexic. Oh yeah, I've seen that. Mind your fucking business.
It would work. It would work.
Yep.
It would also stop some of these Republicans from trying to push forward ideas.
Have to wait for Chris to come back before you put that one up, Jay.
oh, hang on, Ed.
Hey, everybody be quiet for a second. Go ahead, honey.
Just want to say hi and I love everyone.
Hey, what up?
I don't know if you could hear them, but everybody said hi. All right.
Oh, well.
Awesome.
Okay. It was fun.
Actually, I have. I just realized. I do. I don't know if it's gonna fit in, but then again, it can be random.
The whole show.
Someone may need to sing it out. It's not as bad as people would expect. Bit of biology for people.
When an eel has a
When
maw
an
with a-
eel has a maw with the pharyngeal jaw, that's amore.
Oh, that's brilliant.
And of course, the responses were also just as good.
When the jaws open wide and there's more jaws inside, that's amore. I can't see the other ones.
When it's salted
salted
in
and
a
reef
reef
and
and
has
has
two
two
sets
sets
of
of teeth, that's amore. When an eel bites your thigh.
Awesome.
Oh, you go, Jen. Sorry. No,
when
you go,
the
Jen.
eel bites your thigh and you bleed out and die, that's amore.
So yeah, anybody remember who Rockwell is, Jay?
Oh yeah, I do.
Nice.
Oh, I thought you said rock DJ, not Rockwell. So you're
Yeah.
talking about modems.
No. And everyone forgets that it was actually Michael Jackson who sang the chorus in that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why have we gone all the way back to that? Just because I didn't
because
know what the song was.
because I'm so random. I recycle
You are
shit.
random.
Come on. I'm awesome and terrible at the same time. So I'm terribly awesome.
Or awesomely terrible.
Well, there you go. See, words.
I
Mean
need to step away for a minute. Jen, you're in charge.
I think he's
Me?
got the.
Uh-oh.
Me in charge.
How did Jen get in charge?
So hopefully everybody heard that. That was Amber saying hello. You know, she misses everybody.
Yes. We did.
I heard it.
Do you know when she's coming home?
What the hell was that?
Who's getting musical up in here?
I don't know. No, we don't know when she's coming home yet. Hopefully we'll find out something today. I don't know. But I guess things got delayed because they had some heavy flooding where she's at, and I couldn't go pick her up. So we'll see.
We'll get the buckets.
Yeah, they got to do something because listen, I cannot take care of myself. Like they got to let her come home because I'm gonna die.
Yeah, you wear those pajama
You'll
pants
quit
for
her
a
again.
A week in the same pants? What are you doing, Grumpy?
You changed mugs, Ed.
What's that?
Have you got a different mug now?
No,
That's the same one. Oh, okay.
that's yeah.
all right.
Since I was talking special.
Yeah, we're just still waiting for you to tell us who we're donating the money to every time somebody buys one of these.
Some
Well, I want more
charity,
people to buy them, that's all.
some charity with some
No, I think we'll
diversity
probably
quota.
go with the Trevor Project. To be
Okay.
honest. I think that's the best option in the US anyway. It will be the Trevor Project.
Who the hell has that music playing?
It's Davros.
No.
It might be me. Wow, damn! I didn't know it was coming through. I'm sorry. I'm playing.
Brandon's fault.
I'm playing. I'm playing Fallout 3, and
Yeah, we can hear it.
Yeah, but if I was
I'll
playing
turn-
music, the channel would be taken down immediately.
I'll turn it down. Hold on. I'm sorry. I turned it
No,
down.
just most of the people I listen to are owned by Sony EMI. So
I thought the Angels were coming to get me for a minute.
Well, yeah, Fallout 3, yeah.
Well, at least you know you're not having a stroke because you didn't smell toast.
Or prawns.
Or prawns.
Or
Haven't heard that one.
Some people smell crustaceans, apparently.
Really?
I used to
So
work in
here-
a fish shop. Should I be worried?
They must be very salty.
There we go. Turned it down so you don't hear it.
It's the evening of dad jokes.
Yeah, but Chris said it'd be 5 minutes. It's been nearly 10. Like he's got no concept of time.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Damn
you've
him.
got to give Jay a bit of flexibility there. It takes a very long time to shake the BBC.
Yeah, just
Shake the beat.
just to let
Nice.
just to let everybody know, Richard Madsen and everybody else, every time somebody buys one of these Darth Dawkins cups off of the Redbubble from Hereticals, we're going to donate the money to, what is it, Jen?
The Trevor Project, which is
Which
an
is-
LGBTQ plus charity in the US that does a lot of outreach to teens, and a lot of work with suicidal youth and stuff like that. So
There you
It's
go.
one of the bigger charities in the US that does an awful lot of ground level support. They run a couple of shelters in New York, I believe, for LGBTQ plus.
Yeah, so we're going to be helping them out and pissing off
To be
Darth
honest, Granny
Dawkins at the
probably
same
knows
time.
more about the Trevor Project than I do.
I know a little bit about it. I made that my birthday project this past year, and I raised about $500 for 'em.
I remember that. So
Nice.
yeah.
Mhm.
So you could probably talk more about them than I do.
Yeah, but
But
the
they are
moment
one of the main LGBTQ plus charities in the US, and they do an awful lot of work all around the country. So if you really want to spread it out and give the help across the country, you probably can't do better than supporting the Trevor Project.
And if you really want to piss off Darth Dawkins, just tell him he's helping the gays.
I'd like to respond to Otangelo, who says, I still haven't digested that Godless Granny became an atheist because of R and Ra. Yeah, I did. But what he really did was he pointed out to me something that I already knew. I just didn't realize that I already knew it, which was that, the historical evidence against the flood is undeniable. He just pointed out that there were civilizations that existed all through the time of the flood without ever having gone extinct. And that was just kind of I always knew this. I just never put history knowledge with Bible knowledge together.
Yeah, history isn't kind to the Old Testament.
No,
That's
it
why,
is not.
That's why Ayers Rock is the worst thing for this global flood myth, right? Because up on top of that rock, that's over 300,000 years of being exposed, and that's what people forget. There's fossils on top of it of crustaceans.
There
Right.
you go, Granny. You got an offer of a debate with Intangelo.
Oh, you poor thing.
Yeah.
You got to get past the. You got to get past the 6 times of technical issues.
Tangelo, you don't want to do the Noah's Ark. You're a nice guy, Tangelo. I genuinely do think you're a nice guy. But on history, mate, you are miles off, especially the biblical history and biblical knowledge, mate. You need to brush up on them because your arguments on flood and Noah's Ark and things like that were way off. It's not
Can I
far,
also
shut up,
add
raise your hand.
something while we're dealing with the flood? And this fact, I think, is it's the first one that comes to my mind that just destroys the idea that the Earth was flooded. The amount of water that you would need to condense out of the atmosphere, because when you boil something, so when you go from one state of matter to another one, it actually takes energy. Or if you reverse the project, you get energy back. It's a result of entropy, and you can do all your maths, and you end up with multiple equations that'll cross each other at certain points, but you end up taking energy. So that's why a cup of water with ice in it will stay at 0 degrees for a while, because you got to heat it up. However, when you're condensing out of the atmosphere, so when you go from water as a gas to water as a liquid, you get that energy back. So to condense enough water out to actually flood the earth in any reasonable way would heat the earth up so much that we've turned it into a pressure cooker of a minimum of 1,000 degrees Celsius.
All right,
There is no way. There is no way in 40 days to cover the earth with that much water and not boil everything in it.
I'd like to rebut that right now. Thank you.
I'm going to answer this question from Atangelo. Atangelo's written, even if Noah's flood was not global, how does that refute God's existence? How does that follow? Well, no, it absolutely does, because if the Bible is the book of a perfect being, then that book needs to be perfect and it needs to be accurate. If the book is not accurate, that God is not a perfect being.
If
And
you're
the
going to
Christian
make an
God
excuse
is-
for that passage in the Bible, Antangelo, what else are you going to make excuses for to maintain your belief? At a certain point, you're just making excuses for a book that's fallacious.
I do want to add, though,
Genesis 6:6 to 6:8. Okay, God wept because of what He created. Right?
Hey, Jeff.
Why would you cry over making humans? Oh, that's right, because you done fucked up.
Although I do want
would
to add
also
that
answer that the reason that it's not that the Bible failing at that point means that God doesn't exist. It means that the Bible isn't the Word of God. And so if the Bible isn't the Word of God, take away the Bible. Now what do you know about God?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Well, it would mean that the Christian God doesn't exist. Because
Mind you, we have a godless scummer.
Okay,
Bible,
we
the
answer his
Bible
last
is
one?
an
We
essential
have
part of
reports from all ancient folks around the globe of a global flood.
No, we don't.
We do not. We have lots of reports of local floods around the different cultures.
Hey, I got to interrupt. Hey, stop! I got to interrupt here a second. We have almost, what is it, 10 people in the chat. Please remember that when other people are talking, don't talk over them. Let them finish what they're saying before we jump in, because with this.
Sorry, Jay was being a little bit rude there, so I've just.
It can get kind of.
Oh my goodness! All right, stop it. Stop it. That's enough.
I do want to add that I did used to be because I am going to probably have another discussion with Atangelo. I am a former Catholic, and I had no problem with that passage in terms of staying religious when I was. All those passages, because I always believed science, and I didn't believe it as a literal version, as a literal word of God, if that makes sense. I think there's quite a few people like that, because at least in Australia, there's very few people who actually are religious and believe a global flood. But in terms of the historical thing, I love my history. I like looking at ancient cultures. So if you look at, like, say, the Americas, those all the way down to south, to kind of the tip of what later became the Incan Empire, there's a whole bunch of different flood myths, but in the places that are prone to flooding, and they're all different. They occur at different times. And these stories are so different from each other, not just there, but all over the world, that there is no cohesion there. But, yeah, I'm happy to say that there were floods, because there is likely a flooding event of the Iraqi floodplains that does match up with the earliest versions of the stories that eventually ended up in Genesis.
The Mesopotamian flood, yeah.
And with the older pagan religions, and then as the story got told again, and then there were gaps when the Babylonian kind of empire collapsed and no one was writing things down, and then the stories, you can see them changing by word of mouth and then reappearing when people start writing it. It's really cool. I'm only just starting to look into it.
The Aboriginal flood story is the best. They use the fucking rainbow serpent. I mean, come on. a giant snake that swallowed up all the water and then
Wasn't
let
it
it
a
all
frog?
flood out. Well, it depends on which
Yeah,
part of the
depends on the
country you're in.
True.
Yeah. But the
It's,
rainbow serpent,
Indigenous isn't just like one blanket culture. It's like hundreds of nations.
yeah. So think about it, 1,200 different nations of the Aboriginal people across the country.
And don't forget the great emu in the sky.
Don't mess with the emus. Don't mess with
Yeah.
the emus.
Australia already lost one more.
If you want
hang
a
on.
good summary of that, there's what's the channel? It's a big channel called Oversimplified. They actually made a cartoon video about the Australian Emu War. Basically, an actual like squad of Australian troops with machine guns went out to try and deal with a bunch of emus and lost.
And by squad, it was actually 3 people.
Yeah, it was basically 2 machine gun teams.
Yeah,
it was a couple of 30 caliber machine guns, right? So they were English, of course. But to get through the plume of an emu, it took 5 or 6 bullets, and they only had 1,500 rounds per machine gun, right? That's all they were allowed to be afforded. So think about it. The moment you fire the gun, they scatter to begin with, and it's going to take at least 6 bullets to kill one of these damn things if you can even hit it.
They also try putting the machine gun on a truck and driving after them in the Australian outback off road.
There was a lot of things that happened, but I for one welcome emu overlords, and I'm glad that they're in charge.
Yeah, but then some bright spark. Yeah, some bright spark turned around and said, "Why don't you put up a fence?"
Yeah. Hey, sorry, just really quickly, Tange, like, can we not do this in the chat tonight, mate? Just
Yeah.
We're just kind of hanging out, having a laugh. We're not really wanting to answer these questions. And here's 1 to 7. Get in touch with Granny, organize a chat with her, but like, don't just smash the chat with this stuff.
Also, I'm still happy to go with the topic we discussed earlier too on another occasion.
Yep.
On a different time now, but yeah, tonight is not a serious chat.
Can I just say
we're
something?
talking about the Great Emu War. So
now there's a movie I want to see: Aliens versus Emus.
Oh wow, that was interesting.
The aliens are screwed.
Screwed, yeah.
Is my microphone working? Sorry.
Yep.
I was just going to say something very quickly to Tangela. This is all serious. This isn't a pop, mate. But you like when you come onto streams and that you seem to be able to have very, very pleasant conversations. Why you've got to act, be the way you are in the live chats in times and try and hijack the streams? I don't know. Just knock it off, Tangelo, because with all due respect, mate, that's the sort of thing Darth does. You don't want to have the same reputation as Darth.
Yeah, and to be fair to him, earlier he was being very friendly too,
and
so I know he can do it.
He's just said that not his intention to distract from the fun. So it's that's cool. We get on pretty well with it, Tangela.
And to be fair, he's not like Darth. When we were talking about the money donation to the Trevor Project, Tangelo thought it was a great idea, and if Darth had been in there, he would have been complaining bitterly. So
yeah, and I had no problem chatting with him outside of the chat that we had that other time. He was friendly.
Anyway,
off screen.
it's not about him. Okay.
Yes, it is about laser rats. Because Nerdy is still there. Actually, wait, that's what we should do. Aliens versus laser emus.
Laser emus.
Yeah,
Oh wow!
A bunch of lasers to the emus and see who wins. Not that they need the help.
I think we've just got the next best-selling Australian movie. Russell Crowe, he's down my way. I'll get him to star him.
No. We just cast you. Keep those sunnies on. Just for discount.
Sunnies on him. We can have Chris the atheist, Russell Crowe.
Dopey Russell Crowe. Yeah, Dopey Russell Crowe wannabe or something like that. I think he called him. It's funny. But Darth. Yeah, I miss Darth. It'd be good to see Darth again soon. I just noticed we've got the on the couch background still up. Whoops. And Jade's muted.
Yeah, Jay said he'll be right back.
I'm still surprised that Darth hasn't found Jade yet.
Well, I haven't put anything out recently either, but yeah, no, I haven't. To be fair, Otangelo hasn't come to my channel or talked to me at all either. So, which I'm completely fine with.
I was going to say, just
Darth
be
hasn't
careful.
found
If
me
you say
yet.
their name 3 times, they appear.
Yeah, I'm not interested in debates at the moment, really. So even if they did, I would just say, okay, cool. You have your opinion and I have mine.
I mean, look, debates aren't for everyone. That's the thing. It's I think I like what you're doing because what you do is different. Anyone who hasn't subscribed to Jade, by the way, go and subscribe to Jade. Like, seriously. Like, do it now.
Talking of which, Chris, you haven't put the link to Jade's channel in the description of our show.
Oh, no, there was a reason for that. There was a
okay.
There was a sorry, it was and I didn't get to fix it up before everything cancelled. No, what happened?
Yeah,
there,
we had to cancel.
Really simple. When I did a copy paste, but what it does sometimes when you put the links in the chat, it has like the dot at the end.
Yeah.
So you actually got to fill it in, and when it copied over, it was a dot. So I took it out because I had to go actually and do a copy and paste from the actual URL. Yeah. So, and then
that's
it was
fine.
like the show's
I wasn't
cancelled.
sure whether you'd noticed or not that it hadn't worked.
Yeah, I'm on it. I've got a
right.
week.
You got a whole week to fix it now.
Yep.
I also have.
I'm in trouble. I'm always in trouble. But yes, no, it'll all be up. Don't worry, it'll all be there because it's. I don't even actually. I was really slack with this. I didn't even get a screenshot done for this one. No, this is just the. Oh wow, this is just like the generic.
I have to say, discussions with Richard and Marston are always very, very interesting. It's frame melting.
What about Richard and Otangelo have a conversation? That'd be interesting.
I would love to see that. I think Richard might actually school on Tangelo.
I think so.
I could always have it. I could always have a tirade at Tangelo for saying stupid shit.
We'll
I'm very good at yelling at people.
He's being respectful now, so.
But I'm not.
Well, hang on. But that being said, then he's just put. Do I believe that facts and sensitive referencing? Why is he after what we just said at Tangelo? The conversation we just had about, hey, we're just doing our thing. Can you not do this in the chat? And you do it straight away. Like, seriously,
so it is about him.
Hey, Chris, did you see the private chat?
Hang on.
I think it's because I was talking about him. And then
his name 3 times. But no, in all seriousness, it's Angelo, and you've tagged me in that. It's like, mate, if that's just you being rude, then like don't. Just let us have fun without being preached at, man.
I think he was actually trying to have a joke about
shit like this. Like, you know, it's
although I think he was actually trying to make a joke of Darth Dawkins based on the message that just came through.
Yeah.
I think he was actually being sarcastic. And
all right, in that case, I sincerely apologise to Tangelo, but yeah, okay. See, that's, because the things that go on in the chat, we don't know if you're making a joke or serious. But okay, I apologise. I take it back.
Yeah, it was a joke. Said that hereticals are you missing DD?
Jay, I think it's time to put up that meme I sent you on Twitter.
Yes, meme time.
No, send that one to Chris.
Meantime.
Send that one to Chris.
We have actually just had someone who has just joined us. Don't want to get everyone excited, but Darth, how are you,
Hey,
Darth?
Darth.
Hello. I hear there's a jaded atheist that needs my assistance.
There is the
I don't know if I need it.
Yeah. She wants to debate you, Darth. She's just been ranting about wanting to debate you. She's been threatening you. She said she wanted to throat punch you. I was shocked. I was shocked.
Well, is that because you have now realized that there is no moral value in being an atheist?
Yeah, probably. I don't have to follow any rules, so I can do whatever I want, and that's kind of nice.
Jay just wants to sin.
Are you sure? Are you sure that that's not your subconscious telling you that you need to come back to the ultimate prime?
You know,
ultimate prime.
it might be, but I choose to just ignore that little thing, and I just like to sin.
So you do admit that there is an ultimate prime, and you're just a sinner.
I don't know if I admit that there's an ultimate prime. But I do enjoy sinning. I will say that.
You know this is going to get clipped, don't you, Jay? I'm not playing.
I know. Yeah.
It's going to show up somewhere. They're going to go, "See, we told you."
I know, right?
Hey, Darth, Atangelo is in the chat. Do you want to say hello to Atangelo?
No.
I thought you guys were buddies.
Oh, it really is Darth.
Do you know who we're missing right now? Your mother, Darth.
Oh, Shmee.
Oh, Shmee.
I miss Shmee.
We're not going to broach that subject. It's not dinner time.
Okay, time to go now, I think, Darth. Thanks for coming.
Bye, Darth.
Well, thank you for having me on.
It was a
You're
pleasure
not
talking
welcome.
to you.
And I hope you all find your way back to the ultimate prime.
Everybody, how are we all?
That's the ultimate prime.
You being cheeky in the chat.
That is not my mother.
How could you deny your mom?
She looks
I'm
like
your
you.
ultimate prime. You know that,
Oh,
you
boy.
silly little boy. Maybe thank you later.
That is clearly an imposter.
Funny.
Oh.
I don't know, man. Sounds legit to me.
Atangelo is so lovely to you, and you're so mean to him, and I just won't have it. He's a lovely boy.
Oh, he's a boy. Oh.
This is clearly not.
I think Shmee's got a thing for Atangelo.
Well, look, in all fairness, it is dinner time. I have just put his din-dins on the table. He gets very, very grumpy if he doesn't eat his din-dins. You know, he's got his very special. I made him meatloaf tonight. He likes his meatloaf. He says it's his ultimate prime dinner.
Ultimate prime dinner. I like that.
I think Darth.
Look who's here.
Grumpy, I picked up on it when you go, I gotta stop. I could hear it in your voice. You couldn't keep it up.
Oh, man.
That was gorgeous.
Shmee, if you met Ed, by the way.
He's not the Messiah.
I'm just wondering if one of you lovely people could introduce me to Ed. Hello, Ed. How are you?
Hi, Shmee.
Oh, I've heard some stories about you. I've heard that you might want to be Darth's new daddy.
No, I'm happily married, thanks. But what are you cooking for dinner?
Well, we could become Mormons, you know. What are you gonna have too? I'll make
You don't get two
favorite
husbands.
meatloaf. Husbands? Ooh, yes. Well, that Jay, he's
No, that's about enough of that shit. Don't involve me in this shit.
Oh, you cheeky boy. Anyway, I've got to go and make him his din-dins because he'll get very cranky and he'll start writing nasty things on the internet. So
Now,
goodbye,
Shmee.
everybody.
Bye,
Shmee,
Shmee.
you do realize Jay has a BBC, right?
Oh, I know. I know.
You hear her quivering.
Fucking pasta, Mike. Bash me!
It's lost it.
Oh
Oh, Matt's got to run away soon. You're getting tired, Matt.
Man.
I'm going for a hike tomorrow morning. I got to figure out where, when.
How can you go for a hike for 5Ks?
Or your LGA. And there's actually quite a few walking tracks within.
Oh, so your
walking
local
distance.
grocers association. Okay, cool.
My LGA is 56 k's long. It's like the size of a BBC. So I can get plenty of.
It's not that wide, Chris.
Yeah, but my IGA is just around the corner, so I can get my milk.
Oh man.
Yeah, we have Woolies here. We've got proper shops.
Yeah, but we're not allowed to have more than one person per household go shopping.
Chris,
a day.
I worked for Woolworths Distribution Centre for 10 years, so shut up.
Although Dan Murphy's does deliver to our house. Oh, does
they're
deliver
no
to the
longer
house,
affiliated with Woolworths?
Yeah, that's well. Technically, they're Endeavour Group, but I only know that because all my Woolies had a stack of Woolies shares that also became Endeavour shares, which was really cool. That was nice. Anyway, that's enough boring Australian business talk. Sorry.
You can use the dividends from that to buy more drinks.
Which makes his
dividend
dividends go up.
reinvestment.
It was a pretty shit dividend yield, to be honest. But anyway.
Yeah, but those
they
franking
come
credits
staples,
by
so.
beer. I know how it works.
They don't have Fosters, so what's the point?
Oh, yeah, you can't even get it delivered. God damn it.
Yeah, we had that last week. We're looking. I still have not been able to find anywhere online that will actually.
We found somewhere that we can get it.
Oh, you have?
She found somewhere that it'll come from Victoria, but we can get it delivered.
Well, it is owned by CUB, so.
Is it just me, or does Jay look bored?
Jay looks bored.
No, I'm not bored. I was just looking at something.
I think you should post that meme, Chris. Check your Twitter.
Oh, hang on.
Oh,
Twitter
boy.
message. I think you need to post it because Jay said, nope, send it to Chris.
Nah, we don't. That's false and misleading information, and we shan't be having that on this channel. This channel is all about truth. All about truth, And so, Ed, you're going to be Darth Daddy, are you?
No, definitely not. No.
Oh, the joys of it all.
No parts of that.
You don't want any part of it. You want the whole damn thing. Oh dear, this is funny. This is funny. Poor Ed.
No, Jay's got more to offer. Literally more with that BBC.
Yeah, but I ain't got nothing on you with cuddles.
I don't want to know what happened when Jay visited Ed or Ed visited Jay.
Ed puts off some serious heat. Let's just put it that way.
I'm sure he does.
It's all the warm coffee.
That's right.
Coffee.
Coffee. And yes, Sandy, there's definitely at least two screens. At least two screens.
So Jay, it appears Chris has confirmed the meme. The meme is correct.
Oh, yeah.
Did I miss the meme?
No.
Well, no, it was never posted, but I'll send it to you.
No, it's a horrible lie.
Actually, I'll put it in cancelled.
Put it in, yeah. That or Discord.
Well,
oh dear, I don't know where to go from there. Where do we go from there? I'm looking forward to On the Couch next week.
I think anyone who's in Cancer has just seen it.
Hey, where the hell did you get my baby picture from?
See, the problem is you've actually deeply offended Jay because I don't know. I think Jay's like, I don't know what was before the baby boomers. I think that was the greatest generation. What was
Greatest
about
generation.
10, what was 10 generations before that?
That was the old fuckers.
Yeah.
Yo,
that's where Jay
Yo,
sits. So
fuckers.
you've offended him because he just hates everyone.
Yeah.
Jay's the same age as my brother.
Your brother is in his thousands?
Well,
My brother
well,
have a BBC as well.
Well, if you really must, though, the fact that I saw the start of the universe, so well.
Yeah, I don't count in years anymore. I count in eons.
Ah.
Are you reincarnated, Jay?
Only once.
Hmm.
I was a flea before this.
He was born from an egg on a mountaintop.
He was Methuselah.
He looks like the funkiest monkey.
Yeah, the funkiest monkey. There you go.
That's a really good flea to go from flea to human.
Oh yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
do you actually believe in? Well, we just lost someone. There's so many people here.
Jarvis coming.
Oh.
Jeff.
Oh, we love Jeff.
Jeff.
So do you actually believe in reincarnation?
Oh.
It's a little. I'm still on the fence. That's about the best I can. I mean, because there are some aspects yes and other aspects no. So I mean, I'm still on the fence. I'm still, one thing about Buddhism that you always constantly learning. You're always constantly evolving. So, I mean, when I first started this, absolutely I did not. But 10 years, almost 12 years in, I don't know. Like I said, I'm still on the fence.
Fair enough. There you go. I don't.
So according to some people on this stream, I'm probably still not old enough to stop counting my age in fractions.
No, not yet.
I have children older than you.
So do I.
I think
your
actually
age fits
that
into a nibble there, Matt. Your age fits into a nibble.
But in the worlds before Jay, primal chaos reigned.
Order.
Heaven's order,
the
fly only when its feathers are fully grown.
The funny thing is everybody gives me shit about my age, and Jen's older than I am.
Nope, she's not. We're not. No, I refuse to believe that. That is a.
I read a Guardian article the other day that was talking about how Jay is older than Jen.
It has to be true.
And I wrote a blog on it, so.
Yeah.
Did you reference the Guardian article?
Oh, god damn it.
Then it's, yeah.
Wow.
That's the only thing you need to reference.
Yep.
Oh, by the way, I found out how Jay was born.
From an egg on a mountaintop?
Well, no. But this is
From Adam's rib.
A Guardian article.
No, but it's got moist in it.
Yeah,
The moisture of the earth and the powers of the sun and the moon all worked upon a certain rock as old as creation.
And the rock became magically fertile, which is exactly what Kent Hovind was talking about. So it's
Oh.
got to be true.
I just like the fact that I'm being compared to the Monkey King, so I'm good with this.
And the best
Jay's really
version
funny.
of that.
When we talk about the BBC, he just sits there and grins. He goes, yeah, we talk about his age. Yeah, I'm older, but everyone, I'm young.
Oh no, I'm an old fucker. I'm an old fucker. These grays have earned their place. Let's put
Yes, of these ones.
Anything because I've got my stripes.
One
All
day
these
you will
youngsters
find.
talking about how old they are.
Yeah.
You're not that much older than us, Granny.
My fifth grandchild will be born in October.
Fifth, I got 7.
Congratulations.
You got 7
I don't
grandchildren?
have any.
I've got 7 grandkids.
God damn.
I've only got 5.
I gotta catch up.
I only have two, but I only have
I'm
one
saying
child,
I'm just,
and
Yeah, but Granny,
he stopped
you've
it too.
probably got a child nearly the same age as me.
Probably. My first child was born in '84.
Oh, only 8 years younger than me.
Well, I'm class of 81, so.
I was born in 84.
Yeah, you're young.
I was born in 84.
Millennial.
Shit.
You're a millennial. Yeah.
I am a millennial, damn it. I'm a millennial.
So am I, by like
I finally
think
have a
1
group
year.
to belong to.
I'm one of the last years.
Yeah,
Although one day you'll find someone younger than me on this channel.
Matt, you'll always be a Zoomer.
I'm
All
always
good.
amused when people call people boomer because I said I am a boomer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually, Boomers actually the name of the Australian men's basketball team. The Boomers.
It's also the name of a submarine.
Boomers and that. I don't think boomer is the insult that the people who say it think it is.
No.
Yeah, it's not.
You say boomers or bloomers?
Boomer.
Well,
I thought you said boomers too.
Not either.
If the boomers didn't blow, we wouldn't be here.
Exes and boomers are the best.
Now I am going to have to run because I've actually got a huge day tomorrow. It's 11:30 here where I am, so I do apologise. I know it's long.
I'll call the ambulance.
Yeah, we're not all on.
Yeah, I was
it's early. He's got to get up early to do fuck all.
I'll have you know.
What?
I was just thinking that myself.
Kombat 11 to finish.
Now, Chris, before you go, because I know you keep up to date on all the stuff going on with Steve McRae and all that mess. Do you think Kyle will at least be able to get some Wab burgers with his French fries while he's in jail?
He might be able to get some meatballs on a stick.
Oh.
After watching that video this morning of what he did, I hope he has a miserable time.
Me too.
I hope he's there long enough to become a toilet wine connoisseur.
Look, I thought he was a piece of shit for what he did with like Steve and the channel and stuff, and sort of the hate mob that he sort of instigated. But then having watched what was a very, very uncomfortable video of an assault, there's you just can't.
And there were other people around.
Justifying it.
There were other people around too. If you notice, at one point there was another person in the pool while it's going on.
Yeah, I think it was OPT lawyer or one of the other guys noticed that you could see the ripples of another person.
You can see the legs too.
Yeah.
If you look real close.
Fuck that guy, seriously.
Yes, Mr. Scummer, I agree completely.
Yeah. I'll just say, listen, if anyone has not...
Yeah, Jeff, yep.
I was going to say, if anyone has not seen that yet, just if you are tempted to watch it, just be advised. If you're a little bit get upset by that sort of thing, like just be warned if you're going to watch it.
Trigger warning.
Major trigger.
Yes, major.
I didn't watch it.
Yeah, I watched part of it, and I'm like, nah, I can see where this is going.
Just trust me when we say it's horrible. It really is. And anyone who continues to support Kyle Curtis after that, they're kidding themselves.
Yeah.
There's no justification for that.
He is a scumbag, an absolute scummiest of all the scumbags.
He's a low life, but anyway.
Yeah, and I'm going to go a step further. Anybody that still supports him after seeing that, fuck you.
Yeah.
Look at it, you uni rock. Oh, did I say that out loud?
I can say his name 3 times or he'll show up.
No, he won't.
Yeah, he's shown up here before.
He hides on Twitter.
No, he's come in here before. He's shown up in my chat before with all this super duper evidence that he was going to send me. I said, "Great, send it to me," and that was the last we heard of him. So
Yeah.
anyway.
Wow.
Anyway, I don't
So-
want to make it all
Well,
about that.
you got to run,
Yeah.
Chris. I got to run. So probably should just shut this down, huh?
All right,
3-hour show.
Yeah, you can wrap it up.
Yep.
all right.
I know Matt's got to
Yeah.
take off too. So Ed's back's probably killing him.
And I
Well,
love
I
the
gotta-
fact that this
I
whole
gotta get
screen's
on the
been an
phone.
advertisement for next Friday morning or Thursday.
Yeah, I was going
depending
to say,
on what you are.
let's talk about what's happening next Friday morning. So Jen and Jade, talk
Yeah.
about the big show.
Yeah, our new show, which would have started today, but unfortunately, our guest of honor was got taken ill at the last minute, so she couldn't be on, and that's perfectly understandable. But it gives Jade and I another week, and Chris another week to get things organized, which is possibly a good thing for us as well. We will be looking at being a parent and being a parent and bringing up your children and trying to remove the shackles from yourself of indoctrination, because we as parents can, even if we've left the religion ourselves, have some of those overhangs of indoctrination that we put back on our kids. And it may not be for religion, it may be entirely in the other direction. And there's that line between where are you guiding your children, and when are you guiding your children, and when are you indoctrinating them? And we want to have a good discussion about that, and how we can best encourage our children to be open-minded and to actually explore every avenue of the things that they're learning, whilst not indoctrinating them away from anything or towards anything, giving them the freedom to choose for themselves.
And it's going to be a more serious show too. Sorry, I was just going to say it's going to be a more serious show. So this is a more lighthearted, and even Conspiracies is somewhat more lighthearted. But this is going to be a pretty serious kind of like tackling some of the deep issues. I'm going to try and get at some point where we can get people call in for a chat, and it's not an atheist debate show or anything like that. We're not looking for theists or anything like that. We're looking. Well, I mean, theists can call in, but it's going to be more. It's just being there. It's like a safe space for people. It's somewhere that you can just come, have a chat, be comfortable, which is why it's called On the Couch. It's just like sit back on the couch. You know, I guess the couch can be somewhere you can lay down for therapy. It can be somewhere where you can just sit and have a chat with a friend, and that's kind of. I think that's really, I guess, where all the vision I think for it. And
yes, it is.
Like
it is. This is the show we'd been talking about a couple of years ago that we've come to a sort of fruition for. So it's been a long time in coming, and we're glad to finally get it there. And it took a couple of things to fall in place, and one of those things falling in place was Jade.
Yeah,
it really was.
I'm so excited to do this. This is one of the reasons why I came on YouTube and wanted to be involved in the community. So this is the show that I'm probably the most excited about, just because it is going to be more a heavy topic and trying to actually help people. And I'm so excited.
Yeah. So I'm going to ask you, Jade, what strategies have you got for keeping Jen quiet?
Gonna smack
virtual
in the pool. She's gonna.
I was just gonna say throat punch. We already know what that.
Yep. No, that'll be. It's a show I'm looking forward to. I'm just so happy to sort of sit back and like just enjoy this one. It's going to be something it's going to be something special. I know it's going to be something special, and it's going to be one of those things that I think it is going to have a positive impact on people, and I really do envisage it actually being able to help people, and I think it's certainly the right two people who are going to be doing it, like 100%. Like it's just what a good combo.
If people want a bit of a background, this was actually something that Chris, myself, and a couple others have been talking about a couple of years ago. Something similar. It wasn't exactly what we've come up with for this show. When I got to know Jade and everything, those ideas were back in my head, but I wanted to do it a little bit differently. And I talked to Jade about it and I said, look, I feel like doing this show, but I don't think it suits my channel. How about doing it on yours? And Jay goes, well, I'm still quite a small channel. Why don't we ask Chris if he'll produce it? And we'll do it on his channel. That way, all we have to do is show up and get it done. And we had a talk to Chris, and Chris goes, this is exactly what I've been wanting to do for ages. Yes, please. So it all just sort of came together. And
I had to wear a neck brace for a week because I'm just like, yes.
Yeah, he was going crazy for a whole week after we went to him with it. And it's like, but it's an evolution of what we were originally talking about a couple of years ago when Six Pack first started, one of the shows we all wanted to do. And it took the right time, the right people to be here to do it together. And the person that I needed on the other side of that to be able to do this was Jade, because she is amazing. You are, Jade. and to have those perspectives, because my background is from a very more liberal Christian background, as it were. And of course, Jade, you grew up in a lot stronger Christian indoctrination than I did. But we can still talk about how those things come into play with stuff like this, and how we have to deal with the various issues that we have. And I think it's great. And because we've got people like Chris in the background, and Ed and Jay, and I mean, everyone who's on this panel is absolutely brilliant too. We've got a huge swathe of people within the community we can call on and help talk about and bring out these issues that need to be talked about in a way that is approachable for everyone. And it was time. It was time to have this show.
Absolutely. I think there's a lot of negativity in the community at the moment too. And I think it's good to bring a bit of positivity, and I think get back to what the community should. And when I say this community, I don't mean like the people here, but I think the atheist community or the secular community in general is kind of in a bit of a funk at the moment. And and I think a lot of us are just sort of more, interested in the internal bullshit rather than, what we really should be sort of focusing on, which is helping people who are coming out of religion, helping people who are non-believers who, have got issues, who want to hear that people have similar experiences, that want to hear that, they're not alone, that want to be able to, have someone to talk to, even though, it could be like what's called a parasocial relationship. So long as there's that connection there, that's the important thing.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Always, yes.
Time to say bye. It's been fun.
No.
We've had fun.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you guys have just rambled for 6 minutes about something that's going to be awesome. I'm just going to say that the worst indoctrination I had was having to use the damn toilet. Wiping my ass. I wish I didn't have to do that. Okay.
Hey, Davros.
Get a bidet.
Just to bring back memories, Davros. Close your eyes and I'll kiss you.
Tomorrow I'll miss you. Ah, young talent time. Where is he?
Very Australian.
Gary, on Wednesday we've got the final frontier of
Heaven's Gate, the final frontier.
So
baby,
the final look at that.
I don't know how your brains aren't dripping out of your ears.
Ask Matt.
I've joined one of those and I've already feel dumber for it.
He already believes in crazy shit.
Oh man!
All I'm going to look for is how many times it says the word member.
Oh, we need a tally in the corner now.
It was 20. Last week's was 24.
Yeah, we need to see if if Matt can get hammered to the point of throwing up.
let's not. But yeah. So Wednesday's the final look at the Heaven Gate website. And then I think the following week, I haven't nailed down a topic yet. I'm thinking we may go into the conspiracy of cryptids, but I'm kind of tossing that one up because I kind of want to get back into it because we've been doing a cult for the last 4 weeks, so I want to get into a conspiracy this week. But it's like I said, I'm not sure if that's the route I want to go or not. I've got another week to figure it out. So
People's Temple is an interesting one.
But that's another cult, though. We want to get into conspiracies the final week after this week's show. We want to jump into a conspiracy, and
Okay.
then try to alternate
Um,
back and forth between cults and conspiracies.
That's the name, cults and conspiracies. Six pack next week. We are going to be launching the Fundies, which is going to be fun. The award for the fundamentalists out there, and we're going to be announcing the categories, and we'll be calling for some nominees. I do expect Darth to get a few, maybe even a Tangelo. If you're still in the chat there, mate, you could be a shot. I think best blog could be up for grabs.
And as of right now, we need, if we want to narrow it down, we can. As of right now, though, we have 15 different categories.
Nice.
So,
Do we even have 15 fundamentalists?
Oh yeah.
well, we got everything from the best Hillsong pastor to the most appealing pastor to the Lifetime Achievement Award for services to atheism. So
Surely most appealing pastor would have to go to Matt Powell.
I'd say the person that turned the most atheist would have to be Ken or Ken.
You can't,
I'm thinking
get the
Ken
original
Hovind
Banana Boy.
Hovind will get an award.
Well,
We will have guest presenters. I'm thinking that I think, Granny, if there's anything that potentially could be an AIG win, I'm thinking that you could be opening the envelope to announce the winner for that one very quietly. But or maybe even you can accept the award on behalf of.
So what? The best biology balls up goes to AIG.
There's so many different options. Anyway, on that note, we will finish the stream there. Thank you, everyone who has been watching. Thank you. There's some of you who have been there since the start. Actually, before I forget, and I've been very rude here, I should probably see what other people have got going on. Sorry, it's late for me and my brain isn't working. So I'm going to throw across to Matt. What's coming up with Almost a Matt this week?
Still working on my video. Getting close. All my filming is done, as it nearly was last week, but it is now completely finished. And so just working on that. But I did have an idea for a new series I'm going to start that will be basically tackling the science problems that humans had to overcome in the space race. So I'm thinking, so it'll be like looking at the space race, but before and after as well, and not looking as much at the history. We'll see. That, and I might actually make a short video on an actual space race.
That works.
What are the fastest rockets we've ever made?
And tomorrow night, Matt?
Yes, although I was going to leave that to you. I don't know what we're doing.
Oh, that's right. You can announce it. But I don't have to announce anything.
And of course, our usual show with Jen, my usual show with Jen, or I co-host with Jen, will be on tomorrow evening. And we're not sure what topic will be this week, but we are going to move that to its own new channel. So the Schrodinger's bathtub chat will also be going on too.
Nice. Triple D, you'll be trolling us. So anyone who wants to see Triple D, just come into the chat. You'll see him.
I'll be trolling.
Guaranteed. Granny, tell us about this week in AIG.
I actually haven't done AIG this week. I did a video on the implosion at Bethlehem Baptist Church in Minneapolis, and why complementarianism is a big part of that, and what's wrong with complementarianism. I'm trying to put together a stream for next Wednesday on the new abortion law in Texas, and I'm looking for a woman who actually lives in Texas to try to be on that stream with me.
Okay.
I reckon between us, we'd probably know a couple.
Okay.
If I can think of anyone,
Send me a message. Yeah.
Ed, who are you yelling at?
I have nothing planned for my channel. Right now, I'm just kind of taking a break because I got a lot of personal stuff going on, Amber being in the hospital and whatnot. But Wednesday at 7 p.m., I am going to be on with Claire S. Bear on her channel.
Hey, look out.
So make sure you tune in for that.
That should be a bit of fun.
Yeah.
You doing the Am I an Asshole?
I believe so, yes. And as everybody knows,
the answer is yes, Grumpy.
yes,
Or
as
eight.
everybody knows, I am an
always an
asshole.
I
And
concur.
Jeff, you'll be having a beer somewhere this week and giving us some thoughts, I
I-
assume.
Yeah, I expect possibly. I've gone a little old school recently, just sitting in the
loving it.
pub with a beer and recording and uploading. So I've gone
Mate,
a little, which is
keep
what I
doing that.
Keep doing them.
This-
They're brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah, I that's pretty much what I used to do for like 2 years, to be honest. So, you know,
Yeah, mate.
sort of
I
going
think
a
that's
little
your thing.
OG. Yeah.
I think that's definitely your thing. That's definitely the thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
I
going to
did
be
a
on the, sorry.
I said people didn't see it. I did one last week, which was a little bit spur of the moment, but I saw again a lot of that old meme of religion is a mental illness going around, and why I think that is a bad thing to be saying.
Yeah,
I saw that one.
So that's the last one I put out. So
No, but believing in that imaginary friend, I think, is a problem.
There's nothing wrong with children having imaginary friends.
Well, someone needs to tell Ken Ham that.
So I'm going to be on. So Monday night my time, I'm going, which is Monday morning in the US. I'm going to be on the RHE podcast, which is a podcast hosted by a Christian missionary who's in South Korea. He does the podcast An Atheist. So it should be interesting. They're all about having conversations rather than debates. So it should be, it should be good. They've sent me. They're organised. They sent me like a few questions that they're going to be asking, to prepare me. I was like, oh shit, hang on, this is.
Oh, it's professional. What?
what do we do with this professionalism? So it's looking forward to that. I'm not sure if it's live or not, but I'll get the link out there, and anyone who wants to watch, definitely can. So on that note, I think we will call.
Wait, Jade's got something.
I actually have something this week.
Cool.
Tomorrow, I'm doing a podcast on Vandalia. I think I'm saying that right. 1998. Yep. So we're doing my story, talking about being in religion and how I grew up, and then coming out of religion. So I'm doing that tomorrow at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Cool. Nice guy, Vandalia.
I haven't talked yet, so I'm super excited.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. Yes. All right. On that note, now we will end it. I've got a little outro I can play now. I've been very excited to test this out. So I will see you. I'll see everyone here once the stream's over. We'll have a chat, I'm sure. But everyone else, we'll see you throughout the course of the week. Thanks for coming and watching.
Be friends by order.
Be well.